Good evening.
All right.
Good morning, good afternoon, worldwide. We are the Titans. We bring justice to one and all, and hold corrupted government accountable. Right? Yes, man. So good evening. And tonight, we're always acting about we're extra act. Because we see Andrew Holness and his minions, them bow to Maco Rubio. Can you imagine if them did sit Trump? Maco Rubio, the secretary, Yeah? And if them did sit Trump, yes, the secretary, right? So if them did sit Trump, what them that do?
Fall down. They would have fall down.
Well.
The man them bow. Them give them what them want. So them leave what people them. A matter of fact, me hear something, And I can't show you me hear it. Me not go read it, but me I show you me hear something. Cause I may show them the time when me hear it. I gotta show them the time when me hear it. Look here. Me not go say, me not read, me not say it too no. But just I gotta show them something when me hear. I may talk about the right side of them me there. Me don't talk. You see the time? 10
right.
in the morning, me hear this, okay. So me
them
I try to get back visa for member. You hear what me hear? Me not say nothing. Me just say me hear, so them I try and them get run away with that. So instead of them make the doctor stay, them all look back visa for member. For what them do, betray away. Yes, with the doctor them, and them get turned down. It no work. And that me this man, no. Them a look visa for them member of parliament within the government, where visa get taken away. And that so them put visa over people them life.
Yeah.
We know
that. We know that.
The people them bow. Andrew Holness bow. Christopher Tufton, you bow. The administration bow now. But Shabbat, never gonna call Shabbat, Because we own the bow.
Them bow.
Yeah.
Them bow.
That me I tell you, man. See that? Them bow. And then put what people them in the hospital life in danger, in jeopardy. Yes? Just to keep visa and I look visa on top of it too. Yes. You understand? And this we're gonna start in a career, beat them tonight till it look bad, Because and then we have to touch the Haiti situation. Remember when Andrew talked about him doing one thing and him not have to depend on nobody?
Yeah.
Yes, US has spent the money, and US and others, US and really Europe, US and other people. And them need to put in more money now, and get the police them ready over there. Not even, but yes, it matter about we'll get rid of gang. I know they matter about that what the name Gagla, what the thing named Night Vision.
Okay.
He might tell you about worldwide gang. People not listen. Every country have to deal with them own crime. That is not terrorism. When you have people you call that talk about gang worldwide and cooperate for do, and like America can't come kill nobody down there and call him una gang or una part of gang. That is stupid. You can't go to America also me take with them crime, them street crime, what police supposed to deal with. You know, so this man is a jackass, brother.
Definitely.
More than jackass. More than jackass, because where Andrew Holness feel like him can do in him last days, it's not gonna work. Because we know Andrew Holness mode of apparatus. You understand? It's a man where them tell lie, blatant lie, all when the truth I stare them in the eye and everybody know the truth. Them still lie. Because the whole of them go out in the press conference with Rubio, I be a lie them tell. From the Prime Minister, tough time, the whole of them just pure lie. But Jamaican people shouldn't surprise because Titan brother Byron, they don't tell them say that I go on. And that just make we the Titans extremely credible in our information when we put out to the people. So and them now look like garbage, Nobody not really listen to them because the people them have the truth already. We supply the people with the truth. So the people them just once again prove our lie. Andrew Holness and him cabinet member, them are extremely liar, pathological liar. And I mean, we know them bow. And that is just the truth and the essence and the reality of where them go on with. Them bow. And them bow at them own expense because of corruption make them have to bow, you know. Look on the rest of CARICOM leaders, them how them stand firm and strong in a one unison. And the largest English-speaking Caribbean, yeah, in the region, country in the region rather. Weak and pathetic leadership. So them have to bow. Them could make a speech like me and Matley. Female, the one and only female representative in the Caribbean, in the Caribbean as a leader. You know, still the woman strong and firm. But no surprise there again. She's a manly progeny. Remember, she get detention when she go to school to read manly book. So, you know, say she have the courage. So people just take a note of me and Matley. I know, say she have Michael Manley offspring. That's why she stand firm against United States and them visa policy and reject that. And just tell them, say, in principle, she a deal with the Cuban doctor them because them save sight, limbs, and people life. So I just say thing there, you know. But our leader, weak and them full of corruption, right up to them neck. Take it away, my brother.
You know, a very good point to make, Melting Pot.
Yes, Brother Byron.
Yeah, a very good point to make, Melting Pot, in terms of the weakness, right, caught up in this, what you call geopolitical affairs, right? Because face the fact, when we, right, who can see the wheel spinning and we can determine in which direction the wheel is going to spin, it looked bad for the Jamaica Labour Party government, right? And as I said, not that we are prophet, it's just that we are reading the signs and know that, okay, all right, the Jamaica Labour Party is a kleptocratic party, right? Majority of the members of parliament within the Jamaica Labour Party administration, right? They are criminals. They are criminals without no apology. And we have seen now that as a result of the level of corruption that they involve in, we have seen where the Holness administration fall from grace, right? I mean, where the world itself witness Holness and Christopher Tufton bow down to United States, not because, you know, the country within itself lacks certain resources and that the country is weak. No, Jamaica has a lot of resources in comparison to even Singapore, right? But the way our administration, particularly the Jamaica Labour Party administration, filled with corruption, just, you know, stagnate the country progress, right? And when you look at it, in terms of we owe our total debt that we owe, going roughly about, said, $2.3 trillion in debt. And we cannot account for $3 trillion, right? It gone through the process of nepotism, cronyism, skullduggery, gone through the processing of, you know, illegal awarding of contract, right? And all those things, it gone through SSL as well. Because when you take the NHT, the NHF, Ed tax, NIS money and put all of that in SSL and then it goes into your pockets, right? I mean, it is vicious. And to know that a lot of elderly people within SSL being suffered. So in order for the government to hold these secrets and contain these secrets within the walls of the Jamaica Labour Party administration and with their extended tentacles, you understand that corrupted a portion of the criminal justice system where the DPP is concerned, hell-bent in protecting this corrupted administration. You understand? Obviously, because the DPP, one, is benefiting. One, the DPP get, you know, a luxurious raise, right? The DPP benefit otherwise, you name it, right? The DPP is benefited from time extension and you know the sort of preferential treatment that had gone to the DPP, right, as a result of covering up the corruption. Well, the Holness led administration, right, where him and Tufton is concerned, bowing in front of the entire globe, right, just goes to show you that indeed the corruption is up to their neck, right? And I mean, I can tell you that they couldn't say no to the United States under no circumstances, because their corruption touched the Swiss system, and where the United States have all of that information under no circumstances. When Mia Motley can, you know, as you said, melting pot, when Mia Motley can, you know, came out and she spoke eloquently as it relates to principles and standard, and we are on principle, she's going to stand and push back against the propaganda as it relates to what United States is spreading about forced labor with the Cuban doctors. Nothing like that is true. Nothing like that is true. But it is a pretext for something else. And we know what that something else is for, right? Because we have done our investigation. So we know what that something else is for. But I am saying that, remember, we are no profit melting pot. We are no profit win. You understand? We were able to read the signs and we can anticipate the move. You understand that the government can make, and the only move that he can make. Because remember, you know, we and myself and you melting pot with Pastor Ricky, we are what we call the chess professional players. So we are reading the chess game.
The master chess players.
Yeah. And we are reading the next move that the opponent is going to make based on, you know, how we play, right, on the offense. So when we look and we say, okay, all right, if you found yourself corrupted, right, and your corruption touched the Swiss system, let us look and see how United States had dealt with Noriega as it relates to the Panama Canal. United States, right, has the information on Noriega long before the time comes as it relates to the contract, right, reach its end with the Panamanian Canal. But United States hold it back. United States did not involve until what? Until Noriega came out and said that he's not going to re-sign the contract to United States. What happened under that regime, right? United States released the information and knows, well, all right, this man guilty, you understand? And United States proceed and get him. Well, this is the same thing that Andrew Holness caught up in. So what Andrew Holness, right, as it's so shameful, you know, it's so disgraceful, it's so shameful, because look at the common sense of this. Andrew Holness, Tufton, the entire Jamaica, right? People in the diaspora know that the health system, right, is deplorable. Our health system, as it relates to adequate bed space, not available, right? The required equipment that's supposed to deal with effective healthcare, right? We are low on those, right? We have mold all over the place, you understand, and people are suffering. We have inadequate amount of doctors, and so then we are depending on the Cuban doctors to fill those gaps, right?
Yeah.
And so then that Cuba understand the predicament that we are in, right? And send to our aid and help us out. And that is one of the reasons why we have to respect Michael Manley. Michael Manley would have never done this to the Cuban doctors. But now that Andrew Holness, to the level of his corruption, that this is all about corruption, you know, my brother. All about the corruption, you know. All about the corruption, right? Because remember, you know, and let me tell the people, when Portia Simpson took the economy, right, from out of the abyss, right, you would see that Portia Simpson set apart an arm as it relates to fiscal discipline. And so then we were moving to, you know, manage our debt and same time balance people's life. That was the task that Portia Simpson, you understand, was dealing with, you know. right? Fiscal discipline in terms of, stay on course as it relates to the IMF austerity measures. And at the same time, try and balance people's life. Now, how Andrew Holness is doing it, right? Andrew Holness is doing it differently. Andrew Holness is focusing on debt management reduction, which, yes, he did it very well because he took it from roughly about 115% GDP, 140-something% debt to GDP ratio.
100 and little bit. Can't take it.
100 and little bit.
So I then put it there. So
yes, because I then put it the first.
I then go back to the IMF and put it there.
Exactly. To 60% debt to GDP ratio. Yes. Right? And he's now licking his chest. You understand? Wanting to say it is his policy. It is not the policy. So when he run out and talking about as it relates to fiscal discipline, right? 13 years or 15 years, you understand? PNP is not the father. You understand? It is rubbish, it's garbage. You understand? He's telling people because that's what Lonesome said and that's what we know. Yes. Really and truly. It is really and truly that Bruce Golding, you understand, hyped up the debt. And we can take it further from there. We can take it from under Edward Seaga time when Michael Manley, right, as it relates to the economy. That Michael Manley and the quota at 70%.
Yeah.
Jamaica Labour Party push it up to 200%.
Yeah.
To 200%. It goes to show Jamaica the evidence and the history that we have. So somebody, Wayne, came into my chat and saying that, okay, we are not to bring Seaga in certain argument because we have to concentrate on, my golden opponent, which is Andrew Holness. And it's like the person want to say to me now that I mustn't refer back to history. So I am saying that for the people to know, right, where they are going and make an informed decision, they have to know the history. But this person that came into my chat seems to be a Jlp operative.
Thank you.
He doesn't want us to remind the people of the history.
But brother,
that's true, man.
Hear this now. So we leave Andrew alone for talk about the 70s and dark time. We not go so like empty.
Exactly. The person is
18.5 years, and then go back and say, well, them call I want to know whether the government have a pay for them debt for them occur. The ones in the 90s. Finsa. Them all have swear tonight again, Say Mark will never have no politics when that occurred. Because Bruce Golding was a prime minister when Portia Simpson carried in politics in September 2007. When she just put him in a representational politics neither better. She put him in the Senate September 2007. I hear Mark Golding talk about it. I have it too,
Yes.
So when I say that the 90s are Mark Golding, yes, the man I do private thing and I do him thing. So these are all them mix up,
Yes.
But it's a JLP operative in your thing.
So you want to know?
Let me tell you about
it. Yes. So we know if go into the history and speak the truth. You understand? We make GLP operative. You understand? Bring up all the lies. And we know so I tell the person, if the person had to listen to me, you understand? Let me tell you plain. Just go, if you subscribe to me, unsubscribe. If you subscribe to me, unsubscribe and don't come back in the chat. Unsubscribe from my platform. I tell you plain. Just unsubscribe. So then, listen to me now. So I want the person I hear, You understand? If you subscribe to me, they tell you, say, me don't want your subscription. Unsubscribe. Right? Because we now go talk about the history. We are not going to talk about the truth. We are going to present the truth, just like what the propaganda that they are spreading. You understand? Want to give us finsa. You understand? We have to speak the truth. We have to speak the truth to let them know that it was Seaga, Dan Crawford, right?
I'm not one of the jail people.
Paul Chenyong, and all these people that are affiliated with the Jamaica Labour Party. You understand? They are one of the reasons that caused the financial meltdown. So then we don't talk the truth. We don't talk about them the history there. Can you imagine melting pot? What you have to say?
Well, I may have to say to them people there, you know. Them people they need to go back a wall. Back a wall them for go. You understand? Because back a wall represent Tibali Garden. So you know them are JLP. Them can't go back a wall. Because as it relates to our GDP, you know, whenever it rise, you know, I throw the 3 period of the Jamaica Labour Party prime ministerial role, you know. Under them prime minister Siaga, Golden and Holiness.
Yeah.
At them hike up GDP. Yeah. And as it relates to fiscal discipline, we are gonna make Andrew Wallace know him and him 48 Alibaba them said them not have nothing to do with this discipline. And them not play no role in the fiscal discipline. Because if they did play a role and attention to fiscal discipline, they would never land in so much corruption. Because fiscal discipline would deter them from the corruption. So all the money them, the 3 trillion and all them variances, they would not corrupt on them book. Because they would be dealing with fiscal discipline. I remember, you know, we know what fiscal discipline is all about. You understand? So these people are indisciplined parliamentarians who have no regard for fiscal discipline. That's why they bow to Marco Rubio. Because Marco Rubio and the American, they have them fight long time. Even SSL, you hear them quiet.
Yeah.
Them not say nothing, you know. Because Byron said at the same way them doing Noriega, them have them fight and keep quiet. Till when them ready to talk, if you don't answer, you know the way them want you to talk to them, then them read out the file for you.
Exactly.
Now Andrew Wallace, them knows that the same thing would have come them way. Yeah. And them listen we know that they are fact. And them learn from our opinion as to which way the wind was gonna blow.
Of course.
So them did come prepared to sell out Jamaica and send back the Cuban doctor for a visa. But visa was
Nothing but Wi-Fi chip out.
understand because visa can't run your country, you know. You need personnel to run your country. And whereas Jamaica is now under a level 4 restriction as it relates to health and security, then under God hurt the Prime Minister and the Ministry for Health send back the Cuban doctors them.
Think of it. Make it
And I lied to the Jamaican people. Eh? Like it's a because what them want to make it look like, you know. What them want to make it look like, you know. It's like it's a, you know, program where them have where you send back and you bring in. So if you go send back and bring in, the one them where come should have on the ground already before even the one them leave. Because you cannot leave the hospital them unmanned by professional. You understand? So that to see them I do. So tough tongue need to go one side. And tough tongue, let me tell you something. Don't come talking about social media with a desist. Yeah? Because anybody for desist are you, you know. Because remember, your ministry are one of the biggest shortcomings, you know, as it relates to Beryllium Hospital in a Canal region. Yeah. Because at the whole of the time, you know, you have funnel money through that institution, you know. You use Beryllium Hospital as a robbing bargaining chip. We not talk about, not do this and do that, to all degrade all the builders that Jamaica so them can't build a hospital. Number one, we have hospital different from any building as long as you have the general contractor on site. Yeah, I have the personnel them who are run the site, the tradesmen them carry out the work. But we know tough tongue say you're a criminal. Remember you move 85 million to your sweetheart using a project and you market me. Market who you market. When you take with the agriculture from the farmer, where they in a Jamaica for market. Eh? Una garbage and a criminal, that's why I sell out to Rubio. Exactly. And that's why I leave the people in Jamaica now if you wonder where them healthcare come from. Because we have shortcomings in the healthcare sector, you know. Because the Jamaican, where we train up in our university, them have to leave the place. Because we not pay them all, we not pay ourselves. Yeah, we teach them have to leave the place because them can't get a payroll read and them man mash up educational system. And drill are destroyed from long time before. So right now it's just a crisis. Them left Jamaica, you know. Them left Jamaica hanging by the skin of its teeth. at the mercy of the US. You understand? But me just like to know the fact that me and Matley show up how weak Andrew Holness is. Andrew Holness is a man where you used to talk tough. Him weak. Me and Matley show him up. And this should have sent a strong message to the Jamaican Labour Party supporter. We don't have no leader. We don't have a follower and a bower. And I yield back the floor to another member.
Yeah,
Pastor Ricky.
Just a drop in.
Yeah, right.
Big up yourself, Pastor Ricky.
Yeah, sorry.
Pastor Ricky.
Now, I'm up on TikTok. I pray for Jamaica and some people. So sorry, I'm run late.
All right. Yeah, me glimpse in the camera play some tune on me. I have to do something. Because them people don't know how I'm moving. So. I tell some people when they come over TikTok, they say, me not do politics over there. So I have a black one now running away.
Right.
Look, when I tell them about the anti-subscribe, me no wait. Me running no know. And me running
black them immediately.
Yes. You understand? We do the things for a different level, don't we? Not ramping with them. Unless I will do music, yeah? Yes. Yeah. So when them come on, they say them so boom bam bam, I run them. Can you have some more one about three term loaded. I mean, that's black that I'm moving.
Prison term loaded.
Prison term, yes. But that's black that I'm moving same time. Tell them nobody play with me on them. You see? Yes, all right. So we're going to deal with the same case because them come and them let down. Them bow. Hey, we do a new thing for the people. Me I say them bow, you say them bow, you say them bow, and you say them bow after 1, 2, 3 years. Hear these people. Them bow.
Them bow.
Oh,
Them bow.
You repeat that in Britain. I show Anjo. Anjo bow. Say them bow.
Tough tongue bow.
Yeah,
all right, all right, listen to me. Let me carry it now. Them bow. Andrew Holness government bow. Tough tongue ministry. Them bow.
Well, I know why you care about that. One of those answer me. When Pastor Ricky say it, then you gonna say it, then melting pot. You watch me. Them bow.
Them bow.
Them bow.
Them bow.
See if it can
synchronize it
again. Them bow.
Them bow.
Them bow.
Them bow.
You are taking long in the delay, you know. You know, Andrew, what is going to look again? Them bow.
Them bow.
Them bow.
Them bow.
Them bow. You said them bow. Them bow. And you answer them bow. Yeah, man. We get a 4 line this with them. See, on a serious note. Now you have Prime Minister. I have Rubio. And then the Prime Minister, the ultimate man. First, listen, we are sending home the doctor them. We don't do them take out 4 questions. Give Big Mama 1 over TVJ. Yeah. TVJ last. Yes? Give Big Mama 1 for waste people time. And get 2 foreigner people, them 2. If you talk about foreign, make the man talk about foreign and thing in a film country. Why follow me so you have 4 questions to ask and you ask him that.
Exactly.
Okay? So 4 questions, you know, man, like this, where the people them to question. You are limit them to 4 that are what's your name? What's it? Tumblebob. That's so disrespectful. And then Andrew himself will come and tell me the truth. Look on this now. Make a read this. This is what I use and mash him up. Look here. This is how a tough tongue can put out people. Look here. Make a big up this. See what tough tongue put out, brother? Jamaica Cuba medical program set to continue. Yeah, when I put that so, all the paper tell me like, you know, watch out, I go around with. Elton Willis, Minister Dr. Christopher Tough Tongue, as rubbish social media report, and we must have to know better, that Jamaica is on the verge of sending home several Cuban. No. He said them not send, what I'm saying no, in my rubbish, said them have sent several Cuban medical personnel as it came into United States pressure and countries involved the program. Now, you remember this him does say, but look what him said, same time, put up on the page, same page. I just in journalists following media briefing by Prime Minister Andrew Holness and U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio at the office of Prime Minister in St. Andrew Wednesday afternoon. Tufton said while some Cuban medical person would be heading home shortly. So all you say you're rubbish. What am I say? If you're going to send them home, because we know them gone home already too, you know, because they might send them home before, but you are sending them home shortly. This is not related to the stance of US. You can't tell me that. Yeah, what am I going to say? Mash up himself now, brother. You see this, Byron?
Yeah, man, I see, man. Come on, more respond when you're done enough.
Reality is that the Cuban mission allows for medical profession to come for a period. As it turns out, coincidentally, these people just now come to an end for a number of them.
That's a lie.
Come on when them said. So a number will go back for others to come. Or you go back and leave the people them dead for others to come. That don't make no sense, brother.
All
right, hear this. In some instances, extensions are granted, but it is granted up to a particular point. Remember doctor you work with. So America no grant our doctor extension, them take them and give them, make them a place to live and work a doctor. You know, send back doctor and like can work you know, a farmer.
Exactly.
Professional, yeah? All right. Said Tufton as he note that approximately 400 Cuban health personnel in the island now. One third of 400 is 133 people. 133 are 399. So we can cut up the man and
yeah, we get it.
133, right? You understand? Look at 133, one third could be returning home with their replacement arriving shortly. So you are sent home already. So I must say we are tell lie on him. Say them now move nobody. Hear this again. The other coincidence that is taking place is that currently we are negotiating a MOU, Memorandum of Understanding, with the Cuban government. So if you have something and you are using them so long, everything's supposed to part. So there is a conversation that is taking place looking at the extending MOU, looking at possibilities for change. So that means the MOU we have no good then. So yeah, follow US.
So why now the adjustment of the MOU as it relates to United States going against Cuba right now? Why now?
All right, and I'll finish and make a mash him up.
Yeah. And
so there is an opportunity given the recent discussion coming out of the US. So you say the recent opportunity and given the recent discussion coming out of US for us to clarify issues that we have issues and maybe adjust elements of the agreement. You know, say about them, but hey,
take that away. Because more responsive. Because hold on. I take some notes.
You see this?
Yeah, hold on. I take some notes.
Yes.
And let me speak to Jamaica clearly. And I want to speak to Tufton. We don't want nobody else listen to me about Tufton and Holness. Now, watch this now. To take things in perspective, you have to look on what Maco Rubio stated, what Andrew Holness stated, and what Christopher Tufton stated. I'm going to show the people right how to analyze that. As according to Maco Rubio, people, and I want you to listen to me keenly, relating to US aid under Donald Trump policy, there will be a new memorandum of understanding that tied with US aid. A, mutual benefits, meaning policies that satisfied the US. B, US interests will be the focus in moving forward with any agreement. Now, that is Maco Rubio. Go down to Andrew Holness. Hear what Andrew Holness is stating. The Cuban, that because he used what we call a sandwich approach to the Cuban in addressing you understand, the Cuban doctors. So this is a sandwich approach that he used. The Cuban
And
doctors
the organization is brought to the crisis in Haiti. In terms of what more could be done, I think we're at a phase in Haiti where in terms of Cuban doctors in Jamaica, let us be clear, the Cuban doctors in Jamaica have been incredibly helpful to us. Jamaica has a deficit in health personnel, primarily because many of our health personnel have migrated to other countries. We are, however, very careful not to exploit the Cuban doctors who are here. We ensure that they are treated within our labor laws.
But nobody, the Trump administration never say Jamaica exploit them. Them say the Cuban administration exploit them, the government, right? So we
Google back at this.
So watch it again.
Google back at this.
Yeah, Google there. Now see Google there too. Well, I see there.
Benefit like any other worker. So any characterization of the program by others certainly would not be applicable to Jamaica. We are ensuring that our program complies with all the international laws and standards to which we are a party to.
So right away I'm telling the same about. Well, complies with Bawa, you are with Cuban.
Yeah.
Move for jumping at that. Continue, brother. Where must say your son him should tell me, say, brother, before you even continue, him should tell we, the Prime Minister said, yeah, say no 130, and even coincidentally, you can't make tough time come say to the Prime Minister. So you see what him do, but it not applies, but yesterday him apply, he might live up to America. Him bow! Continue, brother.
So we want to show that the three persons aligned saying the same thing. You know what? Let me go back over what Maco Rubio said.
Yes.
Maco Rubio said, relating to U.S. aid under Donald Trump policy, there will be a new memorandum of understanding that tied with U.S. aid. One, mutual benefits, right? Meaning policies that satisfy the U.S. B, U.S. interest will be the focus in moving forward with any agreement. Now, two, hear what Andrew Holness is saying. The Cuban doctors have contributed significantly in filling the gap because we are short of medical practitioners and other skill sets within the healthcare, right? But going forward, we will do things according to international standard, which is to align with USA, right? Member MOU relating to Donald Trump policies. Now, hear what Christopher Tufton is saying, right? Using a quite few coincidence, if you notice that he's using those coincidence. 1/3 of 400 doctors will be leaving simultaneously bowing to the instruction of USA.
And he might say like a MOU because the MOU not right. Him says,
you compile. All right.
You say we are telling him attack Queen, brother. So
I'm not just patch it out for them.
Yes.
Not just patch it out for them. When you compile all three reports, what Maco Rubio is saying, that the U.S. aid tied to U.S. interests. So in order for you to get the U.S. aid, right, you have to have what? Neutrality. Simply means that what U.S. interest is, right, you have to definitely, you understand, heal to U.S. interest. Now, hear what both Tufton and Andrew Holness is saying. Andrew Holness is also talking about the memorandum of understanding as it relates to abide by international practices, which tie to Donald Trump, you understand, and standard policies under the memorandum of understanding relating to U.S. aid. Now, Tufton, right, came out, right, and also aligned himself with the memorandum of understanding. So let us speak now what is the memorandum of understanding. United States create a propaganda as it relates to Cuba.
Yes.
Right? Dealing with forced labor. And want Cuba out. The reason for that, is a pretext that United States is using on United States. Is using on United States. And we know the reason why all of this came down. So then, when you look at it, right, the significant purpose of this is BRICS.
Yes.
No other way, and we have the information, we have the evidence.
No, Baron, you have a put.
Yes.
You have a put. They want to destroy Cuba completely because on where Cuba make the foreign exchange, the money there, are the doctors and them they worldwide. And they might make billions or millions to go in. So what they might try to do is stifle the people. Because them no man send them home, you know. So they want cut them off completely to stifle the whole country, and that is sin to brother. Yeah. Because remember you put an embargo and the people them still survive and have money and spend.
I mean,
okay, the amount of, remember these people don't drop bomb on people, you know. Them surprise them make them give them expand it, them extend your life with doctors. Doctors drop bomb, brother. What doctor do?
No.
So
doctor save life.
And then bring in a lot of money in them country. Same like we in our music, we bring in a lot of money in our country and all kind of things in. So what am I do now? If you cut it where you stifle for the people, them now because you say them still make money. Them I use the doctor, them now pay them, you know. Because the doctor family them are family one brother. And millions them I work and I 1 or 2 doctors and everywhere 400. Can you imagine right around the world how much people out there? And then when you have family member, you send it back and spend it. Can you them now go to US, you know? They may more spend it in them country by right. So you know, so say no, destroy a country with him and still for them thing that run good.
Remember, you know, it's the Cuban American policy towards Cuba that go back from President Kennedy with the blockade when Russia did a try.
Yeah, and they still do it for the money to stop.
So that policy they never change. After a donkey years, them a strangle Cuba.
But what the doctor bringing money now, Ricky, right?
Yeah.
So if the doctor bringing so much money, why you want and tell lie? Forced labor is not doctors, brother.
But
the money can't be that.
So the doctor them a work from doing COVID time, you know, not just now the doctor them dead, you know. But what caused Trump now to get angry at Cuba is because Cuba joined BRICS October last year. Remember, I said BRICS are compete for destroy the US dollar, you know.
That's a primary
reason. Dominant right now. It around the world.
That's a primary reason.
Long time.
Yeah, but now this slide, so because let me tell you something. Them not all right, let me tell you the BRICS, them are work and them are trade and make but watch. Now I send something to come show you. In India, where them are trade, so two them are trade, but them still not have one currency, them not like that yet. And them want you keep them money, each of them. You understand? So and like America does out of order, out of reach because the people them if you want trade, like what man did do and you rush with man, they can't do these things, it's wrong. You understand?
Yeah, nobody don't know how BRICS are gonna turn out yet, you know. It's in the making. It's gonna be a rivalry to the US dollar. So yeah, America never try get rid of all the country them for avoid going to BRICS.
No, but let me show you all right. Let me say, Carmina, all right. You remember when we have Europe and we have the Euro? You are more for that. You are them country, them rich country come together. You don't do the US nothing either. So the BRICS can come and survive even if them have a dollar. You are trade, them have a black, them are European Union, them powerful, them have more people, 400 million in a euro, in a Eurozone, I think they cut off. So them still have more than America. So them and their money everything. See? So them come together. So you can't have a BRICS. There is not you can survive in the country. Because European Union, every in a brother. Them come together and they have their own money and them come together and have it. See?
Between me and you and everybody who I watch, America is fearful of the BRICS nation aligning because this alignment is many countries globally. I understand what you say about the Euro and the European Union. That was just limited to that geographical area. But BRICS are spread all over the world.
No, but all right, let me say to you, Pastor Ricky, let me tell you again. It's not business if you want there Brazil or there's somewhere the country counts. The population and the money where you have value. Look at them country that rise up and go them and use the BRICS. Them don't really have a currency. Just look. Because I watch it every day, you know. And I watch them youth and watch them thing. So I say, even if you have bricks and you want to trade with yourself, European Union come and them do it, not do America nothing.
Right.
Just can them only be strong and
first time he was president in 2016. Why never put out this policy against Cuba?
No, in the no, remember, yes.
2016 to 2020, before,
No, man, before that policy, him just come with a event. Remember, say, him did come and stop Cuba, Obama put up and free up something with Cuba and him come and move it, As him stay, him a fight Cuba for money, brother. Just remember when him come in, he come in with a rough policy where Obama himself put in on. Because Obama did make a thing they start go back there in Cuba. Remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, him did kind of free up some things and say no time for him coming at 2016 and ram. Me don't know what happened to him. See him attack Canada, him want attack over there, so him attack one. See everything we do. And not just them alone. So if you did offer, if you did offer those bricks, why you attack your allies? Him attack him allies too. So when I do know, he make everybody just him, I just him is a rough time. You understand what I say, brother? Canada have the resources in brother. And you attack Canada. You attack Mexico. You attack Europe. And you hug up the same man in the bricks. You hug up Putin. And you tell Putin word. So we are watch him. And I see the man go make all him salute too. So you have to watch him. You watch everything overall, brother. See? Can you see him? You notice him go when him from Ukraine. Oh, the man in war, and then you say, it's we, and you don't tell me tanks and suit, and what you do it, you threaten Putin. People see it's wrong. So him hug up, who him hug up, and him attack allies, and like him work with allies, him attack them, see, turn for a one. So if him does come with that evil spirit by Iran, you understand? And that's cool. Because if you, I say you go for something then, or you attack your allies where you have to work with at all time. Or you attack all of them.
Yeah, because what I mean, because that's a different policy. That's a different policy.
No, remember, if you
just give me just give me a few minutes, let me talk.
Yes.
Give me a few minutes.
Yes.
In the entire Caribbean basin, Donald Trump government attacked 2 Caribbean countries. 2 Caribbean countries. The 2 Caribbean countries that Donald Trump administration attack, and we have evidence of that, is Venezuela and Cuba.
Yes.
Let us ask the reason why. And Donald Trump stated, me have the clip where Donald Trump stated, said that is the reason why they have been attacked. Venezuela signed on to the BRICS.
Right.
Cuba signed on to the BRICS. I have the clip where Donald Trump is saying,
yes.
I have the clip, and I can send the clip on your play.
Yeah, mommy.
I have the clip where Donald Trump is saying, because they signed on to the BRICS,
yes,
he have a problem with that.
Yeah, but even all right, but another set alone my problem because the BRICS not so powerful, no better. All right.
But I tell you,
them block it, them block it from a time, right? And them want this and that. But Brazil, because me know them currency, me know what them have. I can tell you something that I can tell you this. I can tell you say out there so when them do the movie and everything, as I'll do a part of United States, that richer than most of the country them in the world, California, California by itself have a bigger thing than any other country. Bigger than Japan. Then the economy, California by itself. So we know say with the brick, they put the brick together. We know about the brick and what have you, man. But me say the man attack right now, him vex and they might do some. Can you not attack your lies? If you see some man out there, do thing, and then you hug up one somebody by the chief in the brick. Why Russia? So don't look on it now. So why you don't hug up Russia? You hug up Putin, You make deal and you move the camera away from Putin. And then you tell the man, so you're not going to win, So you make a cut a deal. And you diss the man for Putin. Why you do that? You say you have to get some near earth with your money, and when you look them attack the man. Why you attack you? I say, a matter of fact, him go far. That's why I say just read into this man. Him go farther than that, brother. Him say, Him say Ukraine start the war.
That surprised me.
Donald Trump.
That surprised me. Because me know the war start. And I know Donald Trump know the war start. Russia start the war. Everybody know that. The whole European bloc know that. The entire world know that. But Donald Trump don't know.
Russia. And him a fight. Remember, you know, when you start a trade war, you cripple your country, them, you know. But of them him a fight now. You can't fight trade war with them because you lose money. You weak up the country, weak up a lot of things.
Yeah.
So it hurt a lot of people right now. In a way supposed to work, brother.
The reason why is that America don't want another Cold War arms race with Russia. That was devastating to both America spending on building up the arms race and military, and Russia too. So that they might try to avoid that in every aspect.
Yeah, but Russia not all right. So the arms race, we know much mute them out.
But you're all know Bien. Let me show you something. But let's give a little example. Let us talk about the BRICS. Who represent the BRICS? The original BRICS. Brazil, Russia, India, right? China, right? And South Africa. Now, if you statistically search as it relates to nuclear armament, Russia contains most nuclear armament than the United States.
We know that.
All right, watch this now. China. China has the largest army, right? In the entire hemisphere. Now, watch this.
Plus nuclear weapon too.
Yeah, but
exactly.
They don't have so much yet.
All right. Said the United States. That's why China told him just last week. Why you think China came out and told United States that we are ready for any type of war?
China ready to do any
physical war.
India have nuclear weapons.
China came out and told United States that look, we are ready for any kind of war. If a tariff, send it on. If a military, send it on. Any kind of war. No, you know why? Because remember, where United States stand and calculate its defense system as it relates to the BRICS and the West. Me can tell any man this, that the West cannot stand a chance against the BRICS. Can't. So China know and China recognize the power of BRICS and know that BRICS is moving and expanding its tentacles. Don't joke about that. Seriously, no joke about that.
Let's show you something about this. Let's show you something about this. So as I said before,
just imagine Russia and China combine nuclear weapons together. Right? I mean, it's crazy. All
right. So if you remember France have nuclear, UK have nuclear, and some other country have nuclear, and you are fighting them.
Germany too. Yeah, Germany have
no. Germany have none. Right?
Germany.
No, them not have none. Them did two. What did But them have other things. Them have enough war thing and thing. But the certain nukes of France have it and them thing there. See, and you thing there. See, tell us to pan Germany. Germany, I think them have them submarine. Them have certain things, but certain nukes, I don't think them have certain nukes. Cause America based in there, you know? Right? America based in them, man. But you have other places down there where them have them nukes and them have them thing. A EU and a one block. You understand? Them are EU and them are one block. So we know that. Now let's show you something. So we know that.
Bien. Hold on there. Germany have nuclear weapon.
With themselves, what nuclear weapon? No, but look, nuclear armament. Because Germany never have the nuclear weapon, you know.
They have it now.
How much nuclear weapon them have?
Them have 20 US nuclear weapons.
No, the US, all right. So I tell you, US based there and US have nuclear weapon pointed upon Russia there. The US have it. Them have some people born in Germany, but them are in America.
No, we are talking about purchases, you know.
No, but US have weapon over there, you know.
Yeah, but we are talking about what Germany purchased from
them base. So US have weapon pan over there. Them have base everywhere over there. Yeah, come there, Germany too, you know. So me know. So US have weapon over there. So them have weapon. Remember, so them have go on and over one way. You know. The other day, asked you to buy some nuclear submarine. Yeah, purchase because through the other one I push out. So they must have send them some nuclear submarine. See? So US there. Them have some big base over there. Them have it.
Yeah.
Them have it over there. It did it. But I like them have them did it. Them did it permanent, like them did it permanent from the war. See? So them have it, so if anything, them not. Remember, US are based all over in the Middle East, brother. Them well set, you know. You know what? All right. You remember the war was going in the other day down in Israel. You notice US said them are letting Israel, some of them stockpile. Them have stockpile in Israel too, you know, brother.
Yeah.
US have stockpile in Israel.
But Israel have nuclear weapon. Everybody know that.
Israel have nuclear weapon too. But them have stockpile of weapon in Israel. You understand? So US have weapon upon them in Europe. US have weapon over there, you know. You see? A Trump does do some things. And when you say Trump do some things, if you say no, but if you say you have deal with bricks, then no, them money have nukes. So oh, you rush them. Can't trade war and make people miserable and them think they lose money and weak up, you know. But you do it. So what you want? You understand? So this man him confused. And that's the truth. Him confused. And I remember I go to Putin the other day, you know. Nobody at all know you when talk to Putin, you know. But him talk to the other one in the open and say, remember, are we? You can't win neither. Cut peace. And him disrespect. Yeah. You understand? See? Him cut, him do it. So we are asked if you set them a go up, you have more work with the allies. Baron.
Yeah.
If you at me America, one of my allies, you know, Canada, UK, and all. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna rush and not try to do anything for Earth, you know, brother. Eh? I try to put it because it's stupid. The American, you rush. If Canada, can we stand with Canada? If Canada give 4 million barrels of oil, the crude oil, I remember the car them for wow, you get it cheap. And you get the lumber, them and you get the thing. Why you rush Canada? Why you want and then tell life on Canada? Why you do that?
They want the minerals in Canada. Just like the minerals in Greenland.
Trade, Canada trade without China and the
No, you want no. You what happened now with the Canada situation, Lonesome. Donald Trump with his big ambition, right? Because Donald Trump tell you the reason, you know. He wants Canada to become the 54 states of the United States of America.
But my brother,
Canada has been pushing back that for God he knows when. It is not now that them attempt that, you know, to join Canada with United States.
but him can't.
And Canada, you understand, is
a war. A war that
it is not going to happen. This is because United States want to expand their authority and their global power and global reach.
But you know why
So,
Canada.
all of this that you see, because Donald Trump still the reason. Donald Trump said he want Canada to become the state.
But you know, so you have enough general and thing that follow because they want to attack your neighbor like that.
And the American policy, him a follow. Father Lonesome, guess what?
Yeah.
To beat the enemy, you have to friend them. So all this him
Canada your enemy.
Canada, Alaska, Canada closer to Russia than the American mainland, you know. So America feel like if them get a foothold on Canada, the future war with them I think about Russia.
But
Canada will play a vital role.
Let me just say something to you. Pastor Ricky, let me just say something to you. America, they're like less than 5 miles from Russia. The time, and I'm going to show you it. The Alaska, where them have some, them have Alaska. Them have some little island, two of them. One, I mean, I tell you, one name big something and one name little something. When it freeze, them can walk. Them have family. So them depend it. But America, Russia one of them have some soldier. America one have people live on it. I'm going to Google it and show you. Now, them have a different time zone. America, you know, the time zone you have over here side and them back.
Yes,
right?
Yeah.
So them they're close. Siberia. So America, they're close to Russia more than what people think. Let me show you how close them there, brother. This is what me have in my lockdown that. You understand? You understand? So them dead. And it have resources up there, but them just what them are do it out of order. I know them. I know the American, can enough Americans see them are you see what them are do right now, them begs. I just him. So you have a rough 4 year, a rough 2 year because when them put out some people, them are impeach. Because you can't go up an enemy. And like you push out your enemy and you rush him, you know. You rush your friend, your close allied. You know, it's a Canadian dead enough for every one of them who are the Byron. You know, so when you know, so Canada plane fly over there and they do everything. I know, so Canada go war with do what our America do. Because them soldiers train with them and go war with them and them bleed. Yeah. A matter of fact, the Prime Minister just said the other day too.
But Father alone, some America intelligence community, them run the show in America. The president does follow order.
No, but hear this.
No, I'm tell you that. Me know that for sure.
If them follow order, he will come in and put in for him will. Pan the people and pan them thing them. And remember,
but when it comes to military warfare,
in a military, remember them
intelligence community. You saw them. Okay, look what them tell us. Saddam have weapon of masses. And Bush follow the intelligent community.
But he might forget the strike. Remember, you know. All right.
So we showing you a point of America at the intelligence community when it comes to
intelligence in every country.
Them run the show in America, another president.
No man. So intelligence. Remember, you know, you're not a soldier. You're president. So like Andrew Holness, the police them never master on that, you know. You see a little boy them go master on the people in the house. So the intelligence was fake and it's wrong. At the same thing. So him at the last time, so him say, hey, come master on that. So Andrew only stop with. And them master down, you know. Them give him a briefing and him now go over there and say, well, I'm one people, them him go master on the people them place. Andrew on the street. So when Bush get the intelligence, Bush did one war with them from let me tell you when he want war with them. Because Bush was a war boat, but it must stay like that one. Bush want war with them from the first time with let me tell you what happened. You remember America, you remember the war, you remember Iran and Iraq war?
Yeah, the 80s, yeah.
Done around 89.
And them friends Saddam Hussein.
So it done around 89. You remember say America did bad. Remember, you know, in a
When? Hold on, me send the Toronto something on the phone. Look on the phone.
Yes. You remember in a 79, you know. You remember say they in a 79, the guy with the damn thing there, you know. Yeah, me know him, he must say these things, but me see him, I'm watching, man. See, so you remember say, the president free in Iraq, in Iran, you know. Remember him did come to America, remember them they locked down the embassy, you know. You remember, right?
Yeah.
Them on stage. And then when Reagan come in, him get them out and them thing. They remember, right? Yes. I remember say, true, them say them owe them over there because America that pick up. Remember, say America playing Iraq that flying up. Yeah, the shot. You remember, right? All right. So you see this now. Them did one, and then them going to Kuwait. Because them going to Kuwait, so Kuwait, them go do one, them going to Kuwait. So them did one mash up Iraq for morning. Saddam not take no more talk. But Saddam was for them boy. You see? Saddam was them boy. And then me and Saddam attack tough. And me said to Cocotti, you know, Cocotti, God bless your soul. Cocotti do a tune, say this fighting over this Isle thing. And me say, Cocotti, let me tell you this. You see them powerful, you know. Them powerful and like Saddam can't beat them. And him go do the tune. Him do the tune. You remember him do a tune, but I know Saddam have done everything. I said, listen, these people, them shaka and hold, them have 1 hour. So said, so done. But what them do know, you sprint up the thing because them have a Baptist party. When them two people have ability and do everything, them could control terrorists. So when you do this, so you farm and them, when you get enough more terrorists to attack America. So them automatically by doing what you do, you raise up. That's why in a Jamaica it's no good when you say you have gang. Find something for the people them do more than assassinate them. It no work nowhere. Why you think me I tell the government say when I do something wrong? When them do typically encourage and you know say everybody split up and they gun them they the same way and people are dead. If you about a gang where you do that try to demand them to go work and do something. But you know just chop off the head and leave them because they go out there. Nobody no control them again, you know. So you splinter it up and then it causes more problem, brother. So I look on it on an international level, because I know them level, I look on it on the local level. And I say, Andrew, I make no big stake off of this. You understand? Trump in my breeze, man, because they have 34 account. 34, where 34, where have? You know nobody talk about that neither, you know. No. You understand? You know nobody talk about it. Trump,
That you want to avoid, Wayne.
eh?
You want to avoid that conversation.
You want to avoid it.
Yeah? Now, anything have to deal with SSL, you want to keep it quiet because SSL is going to bury the entire Jamaica Labour Party administration.
We know
That's
that.
plain and simple.
No, but we fear pressure that more to, you know, brother. Because
Exactly.
he might sell out, you know. He's not supposed to depend on the ballot box.
No.
Brother, okay, let me tell you something to you know.
I'm weak.
Brother, oh, if that, all right, if that was Mark Golding, can you imagine how Big Mama live pan night for breakfast, tea and dinner? Drag dicks and all of them? No, you think about what me I tell you. If Big Mama, me see Big Mama get up in a people, and Big Mama, I talk about him to resign, they want a free election, you know, because he must do a citizenship, the man is a Jamaican. And he's not nothing bad. Meanwhile, Charles' daughter, when a Charles' daughter still have her papers. Drunk a jacket in Barna, Britain. So me hear Andrew come and draw a card and say, the ultimate leader. Oh, you have an ultimate leader. Him think I wanna, hey, the man, him fool, you know. Yo, brother, the man say ultimate leader. But hold on, when Bruce Colin pick him, he must what? He must an ultimate leader. He must just a cabinet minister, don't it?
Yeah.
Definitely.
Where you get the ultimate leader from? Eh? You understand?
See, Andrew said some things. Andrew said some things all the time out where I don't even think him realize where I say when he must say them, you know. Because Andrew is a guy where bossy and like to speak affluent and him not really fact check where I say, just run out and say things. Because I mean, you know, when you look on everything we play Andrew Holness and him administration, I mean, right now, you know, say Rubio come kill him again and kill the whole entire Jlp administration. Because we have beat him, you know, and Ruby come kill him again, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, right now, me know so the massive of people in Jamaica is against what Andrew Holness and him cabinet do. Yeah, when the people them say Andrew and the entire Labour Party cabinet bow to Rubio, the people them reject him even more. Right now, I doubt if him can claim one seat, you know. But say Altivali gone. You understand? Because remember, you know, people are get injured every day. People are sick every day. Gunshot and lick people left, right, and center. And the only source of, you know, survival is hospital. And if the hospital is understaffed, as we know, even before the Cubans them come, and now the Cubans them come to balance out a thing to a, you know, proportion where it makes the sector look like it a function. But then you have to send with 1/3, 133, and we know I'm one that a lie. That's it, because we know 100 them nyam numbers, you know.
Yes.
Yeah.
100 them nyam numbers. Yeah, you swear that Andrew put out a number, me know how to check it, you know. Me just double it. A 2/3 the man send way. Because we see the 18 container. You understand? And we want them of the scenario that we see ahead that was gonna play out. And them go on like, so well then, you know, we don't know nothing. So when I look at the idiot cow thief and goat thief like tough time we walk a road with rope at night in a pandemic. I come out and I talk about with the cease and desist. We cannot. Because the only source of substance for the people that listen to in Jamaica is social media. Yeah. And the people is worried right now. Because we can't just use a scenario and show you say when there is no medical staff, death is the answer. Just look at the 14-year-old. We lost our life. Just use that moment of circumstance. And you see how critical it is when you short staff with medical personnel. So right now, me say where Andrew Holness doing, him and tough tongue and bow to Rubio. wipe out the whole of the JLP support. Them dead. You don't think about them dead.
Yes, it is.
All right. I want
The party dead. The Labour Party dead.
Bien.
Eh?
I want let me just say something, Melting Pot. Because Megawatt and my brethren, right? May I answer Megawatt there. Megawatt said if United States want to take over Canada, United States will do that in a less than an hour. Now let me tell Megawatt something. United States had tried it already, and we know, so I'm supposed to know the history. United States had tried that in 1812 and lost the war against Canada. You understand? Canada had pushed them back. You know from when?
No, sir.
Exactly. You know from when? What the people are not understanding. You understand that Canada, geographically speaking, is bigger than the United States.
Yeah.
So people need to understand that.
Bigger
And
than
a lot of training that the United States have done. United States do it in Canada. United States challenged Canada before in 1812, right, and lost that war. So that's why people you have to equip yourself with history. You understand?
A family
in terms of United States attempt that, and if them try it again, you understand, they will get another ass beating.
But them now do that. Nobody now going to war with them like that. Nobody now lower a president. Him can't do that to him one head because everybody live. I'll be a family, you know. You have Canadian, American to family right across the board and thing. Nobody now allow that. Nobody.
Yeah, Mama bring it back. Mama bring it back.
The two countries. Just one second, the pastor, Ricky. Canada and America coming like Russia and Ukraine. Be a family member across the ally. Yeah.
Yeah, Mama bring it back to Tufton. Tufton is an idiot. And him not frightened none of we in this place, this diaspora. We have a constitutional right of freedom of speech. Maybe we want to take that way from the people them at Jamaica, but they can't take that from we. So when we see injustices, when we see wrongdoing and criminality and corruption and unrighteousness and ungodliness, we're going to speak out against it. Mama tell Tufton something. You are a failure. One of the reasons it's not just crime alone why the United States and Canada and the UK government, the three governments that issued travel advisory last year. And it's not just crime and violence, out of control crime and violence alone. One of the reasons why, other than crime and violence, is the healthcare system in Jamaica. That is deplorable, that the United States worry that if their citizens go to Jamaica, they will die for lack of healthcare. The United States Travel Advisory says you either have to go to a private hospital and you have to pay money up front. But if you go to a public hospital, you're not guaranteed to live. So Tufton, do your job and leave social media alone. You have too much time to spend the whole on and serve social media and figure out what people are saying. We have rights. We have constitutional rights, freedom of speech. We can't say anything we want to say and talk about what we not do wrong. Bad governance, corruption, criminality, and is a part of a party that is an organized, transnational, organized crime syndicate.
Yes.
So you can't tell none of it in the social media space.
Pastor,
them out of order. They say Jamaica, them manipulate the people them. They manipulate the people them mind and use cease and desist and use lawsuit for threatening people, for intimidate. That no work with none of it on this panel. So remember that.
Lonesome. You know, like Pastor Ricky take to the sledge for a melting pot, you know.
No. When me want to ask Lonesome if you look at them and them round there, because Pastor Ricky been up a couple of mile, you know, it look like him not left none for me.
Beat him, Pastor.
Beat him, Pastor Ricky.
Yeah, you know what, you know? Yes,
streets we grew up in Jamaica. Remember that. So bring your lawsuit. And we will find our counter lawsuit because the burden of proof is on UNO for proof so what we are saying is wrong.
Definitely.
Remember that. You think we are idiot? The one I was educated and have sense. And other people them at Jamaica wanna cow down and bully down and not talk to them. Bright.
Can't muzzle around here.
No,
You understand?
No, sir.
Aye.
If you look and see which part, the United States itself, I'm going to show you the hypocrisy. The United States itself issued a level 4 travel advisory
Yes.
to Jamaica.
Yes.
Speaking of two categories,
Yes.
security and healthcare.
Right.
Now, what's this now? After the USA issued that, right? It speaks of the dilapidatedness of our healthcare, and it speaks of the violence within our society as it relates to the level of crime, particularly number 3 being committed on a yearly basis. Now, so then if United States care about us as a developing country and know that our healthcare, you understand, is under such pressure, the United States now is going to say, right, that we need put up a pretext, you understand, as it relates to Cuba labor, forced labor, and instructing us, right, to send away the Cuban doctors to pressure Cuba itself. Now, where is the interest and the care that United States have for us? Now, Andrew Holness and Tufton have to bow under the circumstances to the fact that they have corrupted the entire system. And because United States have that on them, right? But United States don't have it on Barbados. So me and Matlican stood up, right? Me and Matlican say to the United States that it's a matter of principle.
Yeah.
Under our program, we don't see no form of execution as it relates to forced labor, right? And we are keeping our doctors. We prefer to lose our visa. Now, me and Matli can come in at clear terms and state that so that the common person can understand. Now, Andrew Holness now with him level of trickery, him and Tufton, you understand? They try to break it down in 3 parts where Maco Rubio say a portion, him Andrew Holness say a portion, and you understand Dr. Tufton now say a portion now. So the people, they will come out directly, Andrew Holness will come out directly and say, okay, all right, we are not going to support Cuba anymore as it relates to, we are going to align ourselves as it relates to the United States standard under the Donald Trump policy. Right? So him try to bite around the edges. And Tufton now try to bite around the edges. But what all 3 of them are saying, Maco Rubio said it clear for them. Maco Rubio said, look, as it relates to the US aid, right, and what ties to the US aid, the new memorandum of understanding is that we are talking about mutual benefits. So going forward, for you to get this aid, if, right, your policies don't in line, basically that's what Maco Rubio is saying now. If your policy is not in line with United States policy as it relates to Donald Trump policy, you understand, aid will not be forthcoming. Will not be forthcoming. And as a matter of fact, not only that, you understand, they will unleash certain things as it relates to his level of corruption and what they know about him. You see me I deal with so. Anybody else, any other Caribbean island, you understand, can get up and reject Trump, right? Providing that they have not been corrupted. Trump now have nothing on them. You understand me I deal with, and so then they can go forward and they can reject Trump and say, okay, you can take a visa because you don't have nothing for me. Right. Andrew Holness can't say it.
In compromise.
All right. When we can come out and look on all the signs, and me alone some, you understand, Melting Pot and Pastor Ricky can look, you understand, on this policy And before it comes to its conclusion, Bill had been saying that Andrew Holness, you understand, have to bow.
Right.
Why are we saying that? And not because we are prophet, my brother.
No.
It's because we know that Andrew Holness corruption touched the Swiss system. America have that panel, and America will execute what they executed on Noriega as it relates to the Panamanian Canal. The same thing they will do to him. And him know that.
You see?
Him know that.
Yeah, Byron. But now, you know, you see the Colombian way that pass and the drugs when I go to him, they pan them listen, make money, you know.
Exactly.
So when them play a double agent and them know him. So when them play hardball, them go feed them, take him out of place.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Take him out of place, them go feed.
Right. Because remember, in a way, United States have information on James Roberts, you know.
Yeah, man.
They have information on Darrell Vaz, you know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You understand?
Chang.
And they have certain conditionalities for them too there.
The whole of
It's
them
my
are
dear.
criminal, man.
United States aware that Darrell Vaz went to Mexico and collect 143,000 US dollars. You know? Not 143,000 US dollars. I have to want this money me at about, sorry. Collect over 300,000 US dollars. You know? Right? And it touched the US banking system. You understand my deal? That's why Darrell Vaz visa, right? Did got taken away. Right?
Yeah, that's why Visa have the waiver upon it, man. That's why Visa have to carry the waiver, I know.
That's
That's
why
one of the reasons. That's not the only reason. That's the other reason is the visa said people who have them kind of visa are guilty of illicit drugs trafficking.
Yes.
But the entire world knows about dealing the drugs. The entire world. From Vaz, take Portland and Portland to Cokeland.
Ah.
But what is significant as it relates to our discussion regarding the weak, pathetic Prime Minister of Jamaica, Andrew Holness, is the fact that even when the seminar was going on in CARICOM, Jamaica was absent.
Yeah.
There was not one person representing Jamaica at that forum led by Amir Matley. And so in keeping, it just goes to show how, you know, backward Jamaica become. Because just look at where Jamaica was on a Michael Manley. It could have stood up against America.
Right.
And Michael Manley tell them that, you know, him not crawl pan on knee. And I mean, at the time, Jamaica was fighting for something of real substance, our backside.
And
These people, yes, and these garbage are fight over visa.
Visa, man.
A visa, the labor right government them a fight over. While Michael Manley stand up to America against them robbing our backside and win them. But them man sell out Jamaican for visa.
3 assassination attempt against him life for that.
All right.
Hey,
yeah,
man. Byron sitting. Byron there. Yeah, my man.
Soon come, man. Soon come.
You know, say Trump very spiteful though. You see, everything with Baraka do, he might try this, try it, you know. And by everything with them, even when the bad and everything, that when MBF ever seen anybody where the man did with Cuba, and Maco Rubio pushed that, you know, because them people them came from Cuba in 1954 to America. Them never run with Castro never in yet, a Batiste.
Batiste.
Yeah. So I know Castro, I know, but him now come up with them foolishness, push and jump and push it. You understand? So let's see him there. Him no right neither. You see? Him the right.
Hey, but the entire world can't see Rubio a Trump puppy dog, you know. Rubio no man of him one, you know. Rubio have to answer to Trump and speak what Trump want him to say. Yeah, that's why I say him and Trump gang up on Zelensky, you know. If you notice him first did attack Zelensky, then Trump take on Zelensky. Rubio is a puppy dog. The entire world will know that.
When vice president, they did it. I run him out. Cause him not like, hey, yeah, you know, say everything Obama put in, brother.
Yeah.
And some from him going, he might try this, try Obama care. Everything Obama do things to the dreamers and the man move it and then say, me I help you out. The man, remember you did when you have 2 months old, 5 months old, 1 year old, and Obama come and said something for the dreamers, and him go and move it. And then say, well, you forgot to try go through. The man do everything for right off with the president do. And he might do it with the other one too, you know.
Yeah, man, you're right. You're right.
And them him just spiteful.
Because look how much time him try.
Him not have no aim, no vision. Him just have maybe through the man was a black man in it. Him want destroy everything what Obama do.
Exactly.
Discredit. And this is what me I watch with them enough people about say to me. I say, and he might do it with Biden because Biden work was Obama. Well,
Yes.
I think
Yeah, said party, Democrats.
Pastor, we can look for me. If supposed to have some details, the vice president, they move our details, security details.
And move the security clearance for
To the vice president.
Vice President Kamala Harris, Biden, because them they do the same thing to him. But the reason why them did it, listen, the talk in America for a while is that Trump was compromised to the Russians, and the Russians have dirt on
The security.
people never trust him with intelligence and top classified secret information. So they feel like he would have passed it on to Putin.
That's
Because
why.
in 2016, if you remember, a whole heap of things did have come out about him in the first time when he ran for president. So he was compromised. And so them for protect America interests and secrecy, them take what intelligence classified in status for have classified information. But now him come in and retaliate because Biden and Kamala and them now have no dealings with Russia, but him just want to do that for payback, which is a dangerous thing. That's why we can't make Andrew Holness win, because him a go try payback to people when him going to office, because of the same legacy, same footprint, same part him a travel and
He's not supposed to run, brother. Check your phone.
right, he's not supposed to run, but we can't make him win.
He's not supposed to run. Check on the phone. He's not supposed to run. He's not supposed to run. See? Him not supposed to run. What's
Him not supposed to put the ballot. Him not fit the ballot.
Just the ballot, man. And so have things with the IC. And you know, no on a serious note, if that was Mark Golding, everybody that beat him down and said,
My God, Mark Golding have to resign already.
Imagine Mark Golding name a mix up with Usain Bolt. And you see Mark Golding collect money and then Usain Bolt money gone. Then that on that night, then everything. Andrew can't let go Andrew with this. Andrew alone will see collect from SSL. Andrew never said SSL out time out different from talking to the IC what we seen right.
Him can't mention SSL out time out. Him cannot, you know. Because remember, you know, when him refer to, when him say SSL, him talk about banking sector.
Yes, you know.
Him talk about banking sector when him refer to SSL. And we never talk about no commercial bank, because SSL is not a bank as in such. SSL is a place where do investment for investors. So it's not a bank. But Andrew was referring to our banking system and blah, blah, blah. The man cannot say the word SSL because a theme thing. Him not go discredit him thing. Him can't say, you're mad when him say Cosby. I remember the man give him the name Prince Andrew, you know, and bring him in at the royalty of corruption. The man give him the name Prince Andrew and bring him at the royalty of corruption. I remember a long time Andrew strive for that. From Andrew boy there him a corrupted element, you know.
No man,
that engraving of Andrew as part of DNA, that's why we can't have him right DNA. The current DNA we have pop up on Andrew is a corruption. It no fit no bloodline.
+3.
All right, there you go. So where we are looking at now is a man with no fit for purpose.
Yeah.
You understand? At the first Jamaica ever end up with a prime minister that does not fit requirement. He's surplus to requirement. And it's this we are show the people them. Because see it play out in front of our eye. The man and the entire government cabinet minister, them have to bow to Rubio. I remember Rubio not come with nothing more than corruption and propaganda. Because when United States had to our health system, a corruption, you can put out a travel advisory level 4 as it relates to health. Let me move the security fight, the health. But then now you know, so you have a whole heap of our train up nurses and doctors them in your place over America. And we are getting little help from our neighbor Cuba. And you come tell us them have to go.
But let me tell you the truth now. If a man come tell you, Andrew will blame me now. Because him talk to man there, man about. We know about. We're the title.
No.
If a man tell you that, brother, if the woman will wear fear dress, she tell us, yo, me now about me line in the line anytime. So why Andrew about?
Because him
yeah, why I'll tell you. I two things make Andrew bow, you know. Two things make Andrew Holness bow. What I know? You say the corruption where him in and the fact say him can fly out and go to Miami for healthcare. Him and the minister them. If them never have that at them disposal to fly and go to Miami where them want because them have a visa. They would have to make sure know the healthcare stay good in Jamaica. Jamaican people, this is what we are telling them man not careful. The man can't fly out, them have visa, them have money. You know have to stay there and join the queue and sleep on cardboard and rock in a chair and drop off and dead them people are not good for no. Vote out this nasty regime here. Restore back pride to Jamaica because Andrew Holness and the 48th Alibaba, them not have nothing in pride and shame, you know. This is why the man that tell lie on the platform, dry eye lie. When we know the fact of the matter, say Andrew Holness have a bow, we even tell him. We prepare him. But yet still Andrew couldn't defy what we say and go against we. He have to do what we say, he have to bow. So this man cannot be the man to take the country forward. I back way I take Jamaica and I yield back the floor to another member.
Yeah, the reason why I'm compromised, I mean, the US intelligence have so much dirt on the prime minister that them have a character hang over him head. So anytime Uncle Sam want him to do nothing, him have to do it. Him have to do it. I'm gonna tell them something. You say them run out. And I say I lie, the Cuban doctor them not let them go. Listen, America is efficient. You see, when America have these kind of meeting, them always have a transcript of the meeting. And if them feel like anything is in this meeting is classified, them hold on to it. But they say anything was unclassified, them release it. So we can have access by reading the transcript of this meeting when the transcript come out. So make them know that say we have access to certain information. So we will always know the truth about anything. So you can't fool we, because one of the things, we not live in Jamaica, we love Jamaica, we have fight for Jamaica, but we have access to information. That's why we're there upon the platform. We share with the people what una hide, because there is no transparency in Jamaica. Them hide and do things. Right now, everybody in Jamaica is supposed to be surprised, but we not surprised. The year said the US did issue travel advisory, because them never report on them thing in Jamaica. Everybody in Jamaica is supposed to be surprised for no say the US is, cause you know we up on TikTok, you know, the trench and everything, and everybody's I lie not tell SSL, I lie, everything is lie we I tell, because them this government hide information. Them don't put up. So you see why a press conference there yesterday, it revealed enough things to the regular people them in Jamaica. We never know them things that were we been know, because they don't transparent. The United States is transparent. They will have transcript of the meeting yesterday, and we will get access to it, and I will pass it all over social media. So everybody who follow me, just know say we'll put out the information. So them can't hide nothing from we. Anybody live in America will know how government efficiency run. them always have transcript of every meeting with them have. Just like I said last week, I wait for the press conference. Remember I said that? Because them always have press conference. And follow after the press conference, them always have transcript of everything.
Which is true.
So,
Them don't do that at Jamaica.
all right, so when I said Pastor Ricky, you remember I said the man do an interview that a question about tough time. Industry over 1 year, him say coincidentally. But him send them home. We never have to wait for the transcript. Send them, him tell me.
Right.
But we are say why Andrew never said on the podium when him did it. Instead of them have to talk to him and him tell them. Him that the audience too. So him want to tell it to Jamaica and that that me I try to show you use him head. Yesterday him follow everything internationally. The MOU. Him follow America. And you still and Tufton said to them are right back a new one. That means the one you have to just correct. Well, I must send them home, Same I send them home. But some other one will come. We never know if them will come back, Because the one that come here come from Africa and from Asia.
Look.
Don't take them back. We can't leave them same one, brother.
Yeah.
Well, you're right, Ian, because I don't think the next program we will see Cuban doctors and nurses coming to Jamaica. Even if they're gonna plug the gap, the personnel will be coming from Africa and places like India, Bangladesh, and those places. But I don't think it will be Cuba because, I mean, as we all know, from back in the 60s, America has been against Cuba. Yeah. And with Cuba now becoming a part of the BRICS community, it even make it worse. So what America is trying to do to Cuba is to destabilize whatever funds that has been, garnered by the nurses and doctors that's going back into Cuba. They are destabilizing that. And they are using that.
Yeah.
You really mean all right. All right, hold on. How much people in Cuba? How much people in Cuba? Just look it up. 8 million.
Population.
How much people? Just look it up.
Hold on.
You have enough doctors, thousands of doctors. Maybe more than.
But even at the pandemic, how much doctor from Cuba was in America? I think I was 7,000. 7,000. Yeah, Cuban medical staff was in America in the pandemic.
From 2007 to 2017, over 7,000 doctors and things.
Yeah.
America, I'd say. So they have thousands, more than maybe 90,000, right? 11 million, right?
11 million.
11 million. So when them people are out there, them are professional, they make good money, them are family member, and them live good like that. So if you make US and it go back, you have the exchange, you can buy the gas, the oil, you can buy the one where you buy outside, Cuba, like, where they need from out there. So if you cut off that and send back, if you did follow Rubio them and thing, you send back all of them people there. To say you want to turn it now in a famine land. You want to struck them so they must make even $1. They're not the doctor mash up we have used. But you take our doctor, them where we train.
But I tell you something, panelists. Them can destabilize Cuban medical sector. Because a place like UK
need them. Them now, all right. So you block off everything and you say, all right, them cut the tourists. So they say, yes, I'm a tourist, but them still make the money. Oh, them say no thousands of doctors, so the money still have got there. Like, remember, if you make the money stop go to Jamaica, you have to get rid of the one diaspora, but not for the diaspora, but not foreign. So them grandparents, but them are Jamaican, but them American too, and Canadian, and British and everything too. You can't get them out. Them still are saying, so you can't get to that. The Cuban them know where you want to. Sending back the doctor like it, so them have less. There are enough people that can starve, brother.
You see, them, I only thing them look on with Cuba, Cuba have a low crime rate. Cuba don't spend money from guns and them thing, ammunition, And them know that, So them all look on it now and I say, boy, yeah, them have the doctors, them all over the place and nurses that work. And I mean, we want to destabilize a place like Cuba a long time. And now we see Cuba get strength through the medical fraternity. So it's good for everywhere where them go because life them are saved. What is better than saving life? Remember the only thing Jamaica benefit from United States, Yeah. in terms of what them are sending our place, you know. If the guns them, no for them pack up now place where them come from. America them come from. All of them new model gun. America them a come from and come to our place. 90% of them. You understand?
Now make melted, now make Byron, I see one coming, but even the gun in a 80 no bill gun, brother. Yes.
No.
All right. Watch this. What the world must understand as it relates to Donald Trump, right? And Donald Trump background as it relates to Donald Trump father and mother and grandfather. They have a deep hatredness for black people.
Yeah.
They are what you call the deep core racists. And no matter how Donald Trump tried to polish this, it cannot be polished. His behavior sometimes, no matter how he tried to hold it, you understand, that behavior just, right, keep, surfacing. Because that is in Donald Trump DNA. He's a racist. Now, what people don't understand, if you go back to the history of the 5 American guys, the 5 American blacks.
Central Park 5.
Central Park 5.
Yes.
Even when, right?
DNA said them innocent.
Even when DNA came out that these youths were innocent, Donald Trump go as far as pay ads to propagandize these youths. People need to understand that, the deep hate. Now, let us move from the domestic situation with Donald Trump and get into the politics. What Donald Trump hated most of all was for a black man to take over the presidency of the United States. It gets so deep in Donald Trump that Donald Trump don't have a specific policy that he can argue in terms of saying that, okay, all right, he has a better alternative to Obama policy. Any Obama policies, Donald Trump hunt them and crush them. Now, there's a reason when we talk about the capitalism, when we talk about colonialism and neo-colonialism and crony capitalism, people need to understand the breakdown. So capitalism is where we have, you understand, the European empire go on the high seas, plunder, right, from the Caribbean, plunder in Africa, right? These persons transcend as it relates to neo-colonialists. You understand, coming out of the colonial era, these neo-colonialists have to protect their interests as it relates to generation breaking down, you understand, and splintering down in terms of their sons and grandsons and granddaughters, right? And so then they have to protect the wealth, and that's why when we look at it, we goes back now to a geopolitical situation between China and America. Now watch this, people. What people need to understand, when we say America, we are mixed up Europe in it, because what people need to understand that is the Irish who came sometime in the 16th and 17th century into New York, you understand, and build United States. You understand? So when you look at United States, you understand their foundation tied to Europe, particularly Ireland. They are Irish, right? Yes. So never forget that. You understand? They are the blood and line from Europe. Now, the thing is, when you look at that, right, you realize that when it comes to United States, Georgia or Virginia, Pastor, you can correct me on this. I think it is Virginia was the first state. You understand that passed slavery in their constitution.
Yeah.
So then it is the first state that demoralized black people. have it constitutionally written in their constitution, you understand, to exercise slavery. Now, many people don't know this. Many people don't know this, what I'm going to talk about. We have situation where in Mississippi, right, Georgia and Alabama, where black babies used to give alligators. People don't remember that. You know? A lot of people don't know that. You know? A lot of people don't know that. Where black babies thrown to alligators. Now, under no circumstances, right? And when I say this, China, right, is not good for us neither, you know.
No.
Likewise, the United States, right, as it relates to IMF, World Bank, and all of them, you understand, within that hemisphere, right? But if we have to deal with them, we have to deal with them in a very cautious way. Now, what makes it worse, and that's why it is very serious that we need to get out Andrew Holness. This is where I'm going. When you get loan from either the IMF or the BRI, which is the Belt and Road Initiative from China, right? Because China have no love for black people neither, you know. You understand? So don't believe that I am really taking up for China. I am just saying, as it relates to certain benefits what we get from these lending agencies, right? China has dealt with a lot of infrastructural development in Jamaica. We can't deny that. That is true, right? IMF has not done that. However, if you look on the other side again, right, a lot of Jamaicans occupy American space and where they can send back remittance. That is also true. However, what we are saying that one of our weaknesses and which is most dangerous for our economy is when you borrow money from any one of these lending agencies to move forward and to work within your economic space. It simply means you have to spend it wisely, spend it prudently. What cannot be a factor, and that's why one cannot blame China, is when your country is being corrupted. When the government is corrupted, the BRI, the Belt Road Initiative from China, you understand, any government that is dealing with it, if you read the history, it tells you that China, BRI, they love when the government is corrupted. You know why? When the government is corrupted, it simply means that they have difficulty in paying back the loan because of the corruption. And so then when the country have difficulty in paying back the loan, China can say, okay, all right, let me hang you off. Give me X amount of lands. Give me this and give me that. No, people, China, you have to look at that as it relates to how corrupt your government is dealing with China. China is going to love the corruption because China take more advantage, you understand, as it relates to your country. Now, if you notice again, one of China predatory behavior is when they lock in, they have their own people come in and work. That is a no-no. That is a no-no. But again, it is allowed when the country is corrupt. Now, let me set some things clear.
I can't do all this, brother.
Yeah, let me set some things clear here. The Jamaica Labour Party want to blame PNP to say PNP deal with Chinese. Let me set the record clear and let me show the world the evidence. When PJ Patterson deal with China, PJ Patterson did not sign on to BRI, Belt and Road Initiative for China. He didn't.
True.
PJ Patterson, right, deal with a different program. You understand? Where the BRI policies, right, didn't kick in. Remember what people need to remember, you know. China BRI started in 2013, right? When did PJ Patterson left power?
2006.
So if people understand that as it relates to when PJ Patterson departed power, I think 2006.
2006.
Yeah, 2006. PJ
Yes.
Patterson departed power. There's no way PJ Patterson, you understand, mixed up in a China as it relates to the BRI. No. The BRI is China financial tool that they use to suppress a lot of countries. It is Andrew Holness. But people need to understand, go back and Google it. 2019, Andrew Holness led government signed on to China BRI. And that is why you have the situation with China, too much land, this and that, WAF this, WAF that, because guess what? Andrew Holness again is corrupted, and China love him because he is corrupted, and China love corrupted government all over the global hemisphere.
Man, no move. No move.
Yes.
The election will come up. If you don't mind, I not ask. We know so they might have given back the thing already because them, remember, pay kickback corrupted government doing about that.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Get something and reduce the money, and then it valid this. If a government piece of thing, 20 million US, then give you 7, and then collect a 10 out of that from you
Yes.
one away. And then you know hear about it. That's why them love China for true. That's
Exactly.
why they love it because
All
they're
right. Watch
corrupted.
this. Watch this. My brethren Latland said something which is so fundamental, and I want people to pay attention to what Latland said in the chat. Latland said it's not about the countries. You can work with any country. Just keep it professional,
And
right?
the
And
corruption.
stay away from corruption. Basically, that's what it is. Because people, let me tell you something. Well, I am surprised when Marco Rubio is talking about China predatorial behavior. The IMF has predatorial behavior. You understand? United States has predatorial behavior,
Yes.
right? Because United States, if they can't get for you to agree with their policy, like Cuba, then place embargo on you.
on
Then
sanction.
place embargo on you because of you going against their policy. You understand? So that is predatorial, right?
Yeah,
So
well,
for Marco Rubio talking about predatorialness of another country, I find it alarming because exactly. There's no other nation that is so predatorial than the United States. You understand? So Marco Rubio needs to get him facts correct.
And the US to trade with China too. And
And the United States,
Part of the
biggest
IMF,
trading partner that
and trading partner, them friend, them a part of the IMF, you know.
Why
You wanna
you
know
know?
that? All right.
China is a part of the IMF.
Get them back in, brother.
Exactly. China is a part of the IMF.
Part of the IMF.
Japan is a part of the China is a part of the IMF. Japan is a part of the IMF. Germany is a part of the IMF. Even Canada, wait.
Canada part of the IMF.
Canada is a part of the
Canada
IMF.
behave like them.
You
Or them
understand
around
that here?
thing.
So people need to understand that, look here, as it relates to the capitalization of the market, you understand, a country has to, you understand, from time to time, a country might have certain budgetary problem, you understand, and want to seek some assistance, right? And yes, nothing wrong with that in terms of seeking loan either from IMF or from the BRI. So then let me just make certain people aware of this, right? If you're looking at the Caribbean countries, right? Trinidad, they deal with China as it relates to BRI. Barbados, they deal with China, right? A lot of Cayman, you're right, you name it, they deal with China because when they deal with China, China don't come on with austerity measures, right? Because you have Trinidad who have dealt with China, right? Pay back China, and all right, okay, doing fine, right? Barbados has dealt with China, pay back China, right, and everything fine. So it is not like China is going to say, okay, all right, we are going to suppress you and blah, blah, blah. The reason why a lot of people like to deal with China again don't really mingle in their politics, you know. China don't mingle in their politics like how United States mingle definitely in their politics now and tell you certain decision what to make through the process of austerity measures. You understand? So then, if you are going to deal with IMF, you have to prepare to deal with austerity measures because they are going to set certain guidelines in terms of how you can use their money. You understand? And you have to cut certain social programs in order to make sure you stay on physical discipline, you understand, to pay them back. You understand? Well, China not deal with that. China not deal with that. You come to China straight talk, one-on-one, yeah, you want some money? Yeah, make you some money. No, where the breakdown coming in is where you have difficulty in paying back China. China is going to say, yeah, give me this. This is not nothing hiding. China do it in Africa. China do it everywhere. This is China too. But people don't understand.
If you're not paying your bill, then pay back your car and your house.
Yeah, well, on the pastor, Ricky. What people don't understand, China function as it relates to what Pastor Ricky has said. If you go to the bank, right, and you borrow some money from the bank to pay to buy a car, right? Remember, the bank is going to ask certain questions, you know, because the bank, that's why you have to have what you call surety, security. You understand? That means, say what you have. If the bank lend a certain money, right, and you fault on it, either them going to take back the car or they're going to take something that value the vehicle. It is just principle of business. So then, don't blame China because China is doing what China policy stated. Number one, China never hide the policy, you know, from Jamaica. You know. China don't hide the policy. IMF don't hide the policy. Before you go into an agreement, you sit with the IMF people come and talk with you and tell you the conditions that surrounding the loan. It's your government, you understand, who understand all these conditions and sign off on the conditions. And as so then, you have to stay in the remit, you understand, of the guidelines of the contract. This is where Bruce Golding failed. Because when Bruce Golding dealt with the IMF set certain conditionalities. These conditionalities are what you call austerity measures. Bruce Golding feared them. And as a matter of fact, send the economy partially into abyss. It is Portia Simpson and Peter Phillips who are to crawl on their knees, you understand, and go and speak to Maxine Waters to talk to the IMF persons to bring back Jamaica, right? To be approved for another IMF loan, and which that come with several austerity measures again. You understand? And where Portia Simpson led government have to write certain fiscal discipline format. So again, here is Andrew Holness, corruption again, another corruption, so corrupted. Want to know after Andrew Holness, what are the people? Let me tell you this. When Bruce Golding failed the IMF, Andrew Holness was a part of the cabinet, you know. Andrew Holness was a part of Bruce Golding cabinet. And remember that Andrew Holness is a part of the failure because Andrew Holness, you understand, was Prime Minister for Jamaica in 2011. People go back and check the history that Andrew Holness himself was a part of the failure, right, with the IMF. And so then here is Andrew Holness now believes that people forget the history, you know. And that's why this have somebody want to run up and come up and chat and I tell them about, me not talk about history, talk about current. No, this is what the people need to know. Andrew Holness was a part of Bruce Golding cabinet when they failed the IMF. You understand? And fail out on physical discipline. And here now is Andrew Holness creeping around the corner, believes that we forgot it. Believes that now it is unwritten and moved from history. You understand? Want to be now the father of fiscal discipline. You see how wicked and corrupt he is? It is Andrew Holness again who know about Paul Chen-Young and Associates, know about SSL and be a part of SSL in 2008. It is Andrew Holness administration, right, as it relates to the FSC, new leadership, when change out, you understand, and we're able to renew SSL license because they understand what level of corruption that SSL was going to do on the people. It is Andrew Holness to all of them corruption, I know. It is Andrew Holness now today, as it relates to Maco Rubio, right? Show the Jamaican health sector again to the curve wall, where many people are going to suffer because the Cuban doctors, they are taking their time, you understand, and let them leave Jamaica aligning with the United States principle of evil, policies of evil. Right? And so then no matter how Tufton, with him done self, try to come out and pretty it up. It cannot be prettied up. When you have 400 of the Cuban doctors and nurses, and you are going to take 1/3 of that, 130 yard, you understand, to start, you understand, make them leave the country. What is going to happen to our healthcare? And let me tell you something, people. He's talking about a program exchange in terms of sending these doctors who have been here for a while, and then other doctors are going to come. Nothing like that. Now, let me say this in terms of what I said, right? And now they prove me right. When I said that Andrew Holness have to bow, you understand? Now we convinced. Now the whole world sees them bow. Now the whole world sees say, you understand? When you come from the Titan mystic sensation, yeah, them people have it locked with the information. Now let me tell Tufton something again. And let me tell Jamaica this. Based on what Tufton said, that he's going to send out these doctors and new doctors coming, new Cuban doctors coming in. Jamaica, I am telling you, Melting Pot is telling you, Pastor Ricky is telling you, that you are going to look from thy kingdom come. As a matter of fact, let me say, because remember, you know, them have few months away, you understand, for the general election. So let me say it now. Let me set the table to them. Between now and the general election, you're now going to see no more Cuban doctors and nurses coming in the country. And they ask Tufton that, you know, and they tell Tufton that. Say him can't do that. And why he can't do that? Because guess what? You can't go against Trump MOU, Memorandum of Understanding, as it relates to these aggressive policies against Cuba. No, you're not me and Matley. You're not Michael Manley. You understand? Me and Matley can stand up to United States and say, yes, I'm going to keep on a visa. Me I keep my doctor them. Me I keep the doctor them. Tell Andrew Holness if you try that. Tell Tufton to try that. Tell them to try that. Right? If they ever try that, them say a Noriega 2.0. Me they tell them and I ask them. Tell Tufton to try that and tell Tufton to come on this program. You understand? And make we rationalize it all. Instead of hide and a chat and a throw word, tell them to come. We are inviting.
Yeah.
We are inviting Tufton.
Come on
to
over.
come on the program and put us to shame.
Sir, we don't want Tufton around him, man. I be like tough. Mistake.
Yes.
You are on your show. You don't really invite Tufton on your show.
Eh?
Would you really? No, hold on, Mystic. Hold on, Mystic. Hold on. May I ask you a question? Would you invite Tufton or Andrew on your show?
Yeah.
Of course.
Me wouldn't invite them on no show if me are host it. Because hold on. Me know say them a come tarnish my platform with be alive. Because them man don't speak truth to power. So hear me I say no. Hear what me I say now. Them two man there cannot speak to my Jamaican people anymore. Me discredit them. So wouldn't waste time have them on a program. You understand? But let me just say something in contrast to what you said earlier on.
Yeah. You know that, right? Tufton come.
Say that again.
Loan something.
I know Tufton come and loan something and tell PLI. I know that, Pastor Ricky. I know that.
Give me a chance as to why. Remember, you state something, you know. You have to give me a chance as to tell the people why I would invite Andrew Holness on my program and Tufton on my program. Because if Andrew, I will invite Andrew Holness on my program even tomorrow. And here why would I want Andrew Holness come on my program? Because we want some truth and reconciliation. One of the first things.
I will tell you that.
Hold on, Melting Pot. One of the first things, I will send Andrew Holness the questions. Because I can't answer it. I send Andrew Holness the questions then before he come on the panel.
It don't make no sense.
Andrew Holness has to tell me how much he put in a SSL
Him now gonna tell you. If him not tell IC, him gonna tell you.
Now give him the question there to consider the question before him come on the platform.
It no matter, Andrew now gonna answer you. Because if him not answer to the IC, him not gonna answer your mistake. Not going to answer you, know. So it's the same thing with tough tongue. It's the same thing with tough tongue. Them are just come waste people time and tell people lie. Where we have business at hand for deal. Hold on, Pastor Ricky. We have business at hand to deal with. But I was saying in contrast to earlier, you know, punchline where you punch mistake. Yeah, as it relates to China and America. None of them no good for Jamaica.
None of them.
None of them. Because you want now. One tell you about the austerity measure, you know. But one don't even give you a chance to even have an austerity measure because you know when that one they do to China, him don't give you no money none at all, you know. Him just send him work at them. But we could go further back into the whole China fiasco as it relates to when Jamaica start to collaborate with China. When Portia Simpson go deal with China, you know, she deal with China upon a different terminology, you know, a thing called the China Harbor.
China Harbor, you're
that
correct.
never come with all them little nasty stuff now where you say Andrew Wallace implement with the BRI.
It is
you understand?
It is, let me get a correction. It is PJ Patterson who dealt with the Chinese, you know, contractual agreement with the Harbor.
No, but we are talking about when Mama P go to China and finalize the China Harbor deal.
Yes, yes.
And Mama P got China will deal with that.
Yes,
yeah?
Yes. Yes.
That was something where did have substance in a Jamaica. You see this new BRI, it not have nothing because remember Jamaica not benefit from BRI. Because China don't give the money, number one. China spend the money, bring him equipment, them, bring him workers, them. No local sector not benefit the local economy dead same way. You can have multi-billion-dollar project in your country, but your local economy has suffer. While a superpower country with 1.4 billion people, the second largest economy in the world, I send them people in a little place like Jamaica for work. Like we don't have no skilled people in Jamaica. So we know the BRI thing ain't no good.
Can't support that.
It don't good because I hear a phrase growing up, you know, 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. None of these two countries are good for Jamaica. Jamaica have so much going for it in terms of its natural infrastructure, wealth, and all these things. With backside, with coffee, with agriculture sector, with reggae music, with sports. Them they are vast with tourism. You don't want nothing more than them to rise Jamaica, you know. But when these people go to these loan institutions and get the money, them don't get it for the no work in a Jamaica more and rabbit. And them always sign up to some hanky-panky deal. Yeah? Like BRI. I don't want no BRI in my thing. My people, if you do the work, if you lend me the money, you lend me the money. Make me do what you do with my money. You can't come tell me say you don't trust me because me corrupt, you don't give me the money. Me don't want that for my people, because my people have to benefit from any infrastructure development. It can't be Chinese come work. They don't even give the government the money to spend. And them spend the money, them bring in them equipment, them control the war, them do all type of variants in our place. Them not good for Jamaica. The eagle and the dragon are 6 or 1.5 dozen of the other. At time Jamaica now nationalize itself. Yeah, we have so many people in the diaspora who can put them one cocoa into a basket and make it rise and we do something that benefit Jamaica. Yeah, all these people who do business at Jamaica, the money I go back asking in them country. It don't even come at Jamaica. A remittance Jamaica make up for the hotel industry. Remittance. Well, right now, them lack of the remittance for 12 years where they would have get from the airport authority. Because them don't draw down the money there. So you know the money now come from this for 12 years. Yeah? So what Jamaica left to do? Suffer. Yeah? And it's because of corruption. Jamaica should have wealthier than all Singapore. Me know that for a fact. A corruption mash up Jamaica. Yeah, and the corruption will mash up Jamaica. It always raises its ugly head when the Jamaica Labour Party is in power. If
All right.
People's National Party ever have Jamaica over a length of time, me I tell you, say Jamaica paradise today, and I'm not joke business about that. Because you know what? The People's National Party, they don't administrate and function with corruption as part of them tool. A working people with working ethic, with great mind, to develop and put Jamaica forward. And right now, is a consequence of the Jamaica Labour Party why Jamaica owe 2.3 trillion. It's a consequence of the Jamaica Labour Party why we cannot find 3 trillion our money. It's a consequence of the Jamaica Labour Party why we health sector, our crime suffer, while we education run down, while we train civil servant them, gone leave the country. So we know where we're going, and we have to fix that. It's a consequence of the Jamaica Labour Party why the reggae music dead out. A whole heap of things that mash up the agriculture sector. You hear about certain people have importation license, finest cold storage and flood the place and then buy from the local farmer at cheap rate and then hold the thing for a period of time and start selling it back at $300 a pound. All them look nastiness there. And it's because of them practices, nepotism, cronyism. When you're a government official, you're not supposed to run no business or operate no business alongside the ministerial duty. Yeah? So this is the problem we have in Jamaica. And it all formulate and raise its ugly head when the Jamaica Labour Party come into power. And I yield back the floor to another member.
Pastor Richie, take it up now.
Yeah, what both of you say is true, and I agree. None of the country, them, both America and China, policies is not good for Jamaica. However, we live in a global economy now where the internet connects country together in terms of trading and investments and so forth. They're all intertwined, and America cannot do without China, or else America economy will crash. China cannot do without them. Those are the two major countries with the biggest economy and does the most trading in the world. They both
supply and demand.
Right. So what Jamaica has to do is to reopen manufacture. The factory that Masiaga closed down in the 80s when Jamaica used to produce and export, because right now our trade deficit, imports outnumber exports, and so by 5 billion. So that needs to be reversed.
Yes.
Allow export to exceed import, and the only way that can happen is to start manufacturing. There's a lot of brilliant mind in Jamaica, in spite of what the Prime Minister said, there's no skilled worker. He's an idiot. He not know nothing. If you train people in Jamaica, because Jamaica bauxite, which can turn to aluminum and metal, so you can start export iron, steel. Them two things that our the world need right now, iron and steel. If you start, you cannot start make car. You can have engineering, people open up people for learn engineering. A lot of Jamaicans go to school in America and England and Canada. Go learn engineering and come back. But you have to give them incentive to wanna leave a better salary for come back, unless they're so patriotic that them just want to come work for them country. Jamaica can make plane. We don't have to deal with Boeing in America for airplane. Jamaica can make car. We don't have to deal with Ford, Chrysler, and GM in America. Jamaica have the skill, but the Prime Minister don't rate the Jamaican people. He'd rather go overseas or get the Indian nationals and the Filipinos to come teach and the other things in Jamaica. But I'm telling you, we don't need China in Jamaica. We don't need America in Jamaica. We have to train our people in Jamaica. It might take about 5 to 10 years, but if you look at it from a long-term perspective, what we are importing in Jamaica, we can make it in Jamaica and export. The brand said made in America. That's what Trump ran on in 2016. And so we're going to start make back stuff in America. Him say we're going to take back the car company, them Chrysler and GM and Ford out of Mexico and Canada and bring them back in Michigan. Him start say we're going to make things back in America. And the American people gravitate to it and then slogan, make America great again. This is what Jamaica have to do. Start building stuff in Jamaica. We have the capacity. We have the land space. We have the workers that we can train. We have people that go UE and them brilliant and smart, but there is no opportunity for them. So them leave and go overseas because Jamaica changed from a manufactured output producing economy to a service economy where now everything now we are providing service. How you can continue? That's unsustainable. We're not going to continue on that path. Agriculture alone can't do it. We sell out bauxite, we sell out the mining, we sell out the sugar, we sell out the banana. Things where Jamaica used to famous for produce. We are imported in Jamaica. So that policy have to change. And if Jamaica change and go back to manufacturing, we don't need America, we don't need China. A simple thing that, because one of the things you have to do when you have competitors, and you learn this in business school, you have to create a niche. What is a niche? A niche is what you do differently from your competitors. So number one, Jamaica have whole heap of niche. Sugar cane, coffee, bauxite, ganja, what Cameron leader Mark Golden talk about. Whole heap of things Jamaica have where the world don't have. Reggae music, the culture, the arts, what the world don't have and them gravitate after. We have a niche. All we have to do now is what we in a business school. You have to create a demand. When you have something that everybody don't have, you have to find a way to create a demand for it. And so you have to put it out there in marketing and advertising and put it out in the world face. Like the commercial that I'm used to using here Jamaica back in the days. That used to make people flood Jamaica. That used Bob Marley song for say, Sandals use Bob Marley song them for invite tourists to come at Sandals and Breezes. Used to see them, we don't see them no more, but that's what it used to be. So I'm telling you, if we go back to manufacturing, exporting, producing and export, and then create a demand, Jamaica economy would take off. I'm telling you that. But we have some small-minded government official who don't believe in the people of Jamaica. That's what the problem is.
All right, hold on, Pastor Ricky. I want to speak on something that you said, right? As to show the difference as it relates to our trade-off, right? Where we are importing, right, more than we are exporting, and we have a trade deficit of over $5 billion, which is true.
Right.
Now, but let us get into the intricacies in terms of all of what you have said there. Because let us talk about manufacturing. But before we go manufacturing, let us talk about bauxite. How long that you have been dealing with bauxite as it relates to alumina, right? Now, if you notice that we have been dealing with alumina, you understand, for years. And the idea of convert alumina to aluminum in Jamaica, that is where the problem is as it relates to affordable energy, right? Now, energy is an essential blocker, right, as it relates to how much we can manufacture because of the high cost of energy, right? Now, if we are able to move to solar and get at least said 40% of the country, right, dependency on energy shifted from fossil to renewable energy, then we create space for manufacturing. So we have to deal with that to him.
Right.
Now, because it is not feasible to have bauxite as it relates to alumina convert to aluminum where the high energy cost, you understand, is going to work out to nothing. So that is not feasible. One of the first things that we need to target, and this is one of the reasons why we are all vying for Mark Golden to become Prime Minister, because Mark Golden have the policy position right. Now, we have to focus on renewable energy, and that is one of the reasons why Donald Trump is dangerous. Donald Trump policy is dangerous, right? And let me tell people why Donald Trump policy is dangerous. Donald Trump clearly wants to go back 100% to fossil fuel. And one of the reasons for that, because Donald Trump likes to suppress developing countries. People need to understand who own, you understand, the big energy company, right? Europeans. So the entire idea is to keep the wealth within the European basin and in extension United States, right? And keep developing countries suppressed and oppressed. Now, it comes to our rear earth. Again, who you think control the energy sector? You have Japan of a portion, right? And then when you look, Japan also on IMF. So if you push back, they are going to now clamp down as it relates to their IMF powers, you understand, not to give us loan. So then, okay, our hands are in the lion mouth. How do we take time comes out of it? The other day, Melting Pot mentioned something, right, as it relates to what we call naturalism, right, in terms of nationalization.
Nationalization.
So watch this now. Again, when you look on how Burkina Faso, right, was able to get so strong and dismiss IMF because Burkina Faso said they don't want any loans, no loans. And guess what? Burkina Faso was correct, because Burkina Faso take a move in terms of all of the people in Burkina Faso contribute to a particular fund, giving Burkina Faso, you understand, that capital injection that needed. And Burkina Faso spend time in terms of their manufacturing and certain things. Today, let us ask, look on Burkina Faso with Ibrahim Traoré. Their economy has been booming. Guess what? They kicked out France. Kick out France. They don't want them in their country. Other countries now looking on Burkina Faso and see what Burkina Faso had done and join in with Burkina Faso, kicking out, you understand, these Europeans from out of their country. You understand? Because they are long been suppressed and oppressed by them. So look at those countries now who working now with Burkina Faso. Look at those countries' economy now booming, right? And France try to sabotage their program. So this is the European mindset. You understand? Believing that if they suppress Africa and other developing countries, you understand, it is a matter of their survival. That is what they are thinking, you know. And so then, this is how, when you look at it, right, you have to say, okay, let us move towards renewable energy. Donald Trump doesn't want that. Because if you move towards renewable energy, your no more is going to depend on fossil energy. Which, if you are not depending on fossil energy, you are no more not providing capital injection for these big, you understand, oil companies. They are going to lose that revenue because they are going renewable. When you're going renewable, you're talking about the natural sunlight and all of that, what you can talk about to capture that, to use that now, to manufacture now. And then guess what? The cost of manufacturing now will get cheap. And so then now you can manufacture and you can now export more than how you import. So then you have to understand that the plan for Europe is not for us to achieve that under a Donald Trump policy, under someone who hated black people with his guts. doesn't want to see the developing nations develop. And so all the policies that Donald Trump is coming with is to find ways and means how to suppress the Caribbean, how to make sure that they continue in poverty, and how they make sure to continue that we will always looking for them, you understand, towards benefit, while we are not really getting benefit, right? Because what they are lending us and what they are taking from us is much more value than what they are lending us, right? So it is time now that we need to, of course, choose a party, which is the People's National Party, who are thinking about this to say, okay, all right, let us talk about our agriculture. Now, when you look on the Jamaica Labour Party, look at what James Robertson had done. James Robertson had asked the people of Jamaica to vote for him. And when the people voted for James Robertson, look what James Robertson had done. James Robertson had 5 companies purchasing, you understand, bringing in foreign products. Bringing in foreign products, flood the market, and then because he have the biggest cold storage, right, he buy back all the onions cheap, and then later on sell them for $300 and $400 to make a savage profit, you understand, and the people's back. And this is a man now who coming back asking you for a third term, right? We should kick him out of St. Thomas. You understand? He's no good for the people and want to maintain poverty amongst the people. This is what capitalism is known for. Crony capitalism. Because what crony capitalism does is trickle down economics that never reaches the masses of the people. And as long as you study crony capitalism, they had never succeeded in terms of dealing with wealth on an equilibrium basis. They have never in the history attempted with that. This is the reason why capitalism has to now come together to destroy democratic socialism. So that is why we have to go back in our history, right, and teach the people, right, that what they are facing, right, is a strategy that designed to suffer, right, the developing countries. The developing countries have to be more prudent in terms of going renewable energy, right? Take their time to do their thing, take it step by step to say in year 1 to year 5, okay, we want to achieve 20%, right, free from the grid. And then between year 5 to year 10, okay, we can have 20%, you understand, free from the grid. And so then the more your economy now start to align itself with renewable energy, you will now start to realize that the country now can manufacture, you understand, on a more cost-effect basis. But right now, as we see it, where the energy company is suppressing us through IMF, through the International Monetary Fund, and those who align with owning the energy company is ensuring that we stay impoverished, you understand, having high energy bill. Because most of the Jamaica economy and Caribbean, right, tied, you understand, as it relates to the high energy bill. And that is one of the reasons why that was one of the questions I asked Margolin, right, as it relates to the cost of energy in terms of moving forward, right, to make sure that you are shifting away slowly from fossil into renewable energy, giving us more space, you understand, that we can manufacture, you understand, as we go along, as we win ourselves from the grid, right? The People's National Party is also focusing on, medium enterprise, small and medium enterprise, medium and small enterprise. You understand, which is good. Simply means when we have more of that utilized and more local partners owning business, you understand, then the money circulates into the economy. Because guess what? It is locally owned, right? I cannot support, you understand, as it relates to the Andrew Holness led government, having a lot of Chinese coming into our country, owning, you understand, most of our small businesses, China owning all sort of shop, supermarket, and all of that, right? It is us to own that. You understand? Not the Chinese. So I am on the mission, you understand, to say to Jamaica that we need to seize and desist upon that in terms of making Chinese coming in, playing a part in our small business enterprise. You understand? Where it is supposed to be the Jamaican people. Number one, again, let us ask a question. Right? I am not discriminating against China. Right?
We have to speak the truth, brother.
But hear what I'm saying.
Yes.
You can't have so many Chinese business in Jamaica and at the same time the Jamaicans, right, are now reducing. Jamaican business persons are reducing. We can't have that, and we should never ever have that. We can't be agreeing with China under the Belt and Road Initiative of Andrew Holness, where China, we have to pay Chinese their interest rate. And the Chinese are carrying their worker to work. So what happened to our Jamaican people? That must not be allowed in any country, none at all.
Brother, me not it now. Me not it now, brother. Brother, can me just go step up, you know, me step up a little bit because me I tell you, me that play on me. So people me have to cut a little thing, you know. Me Titans better than roll it off. So me have to cut a little thing and feel a little better now. But by right, 100, not 100, because if you are go a country, Sir Michael, they tell you say, if they come with something, no foreigner can't own a land, it's a little piece of rock. China is a big place, big like America. One of them is small, the bigger. Go look on it. Them have land, them have things. We don't have it. One the rock and enough away outside. If the government want to build a place, you see, even the farm work, what they must send with people. And this kind of look foolish. If we could have the land and farm from Jamaica and the government help us. Just not the diaspora really bring in more money. The farmer, them that get more money instead of go on a plane and I live bad. Them that they are them yard and them that farm, but people that take the things. You know how much for a pound I am? $8, $9, £1. So if you buy 10 pound I am, much you pay for that. 20 pound I am, much you pay for it.
Can you imagine, man?
Yeah, put it. Do all of them things they're expensive for foreign, you know. When you look on it and look at the exchange rate, you know. So even if them have do it and you have a place to ship it and everything, and you say them give even $4 a pound, they make more money for them money. They make, when they sell it for, then they tomato glut. Them not have nothing. The little farm worker, them not work for nothing at all, you know. But if you don't have your land, pastor, we can melt in pot and thing, and then the government can make it away like how you have MC. And you sell it and we buy it. We not buy some other people food who support Jamaica. That alone are bringing billions, brother.
Yeah.
At the other way around, you know what I'm do? Bring in the tomato, the pepper, the onion, and all these kind of things from foreign so they can eat that food. Instead of that, I export. I want to grow these things, you know, brother. That are creating a lot of jobs, you know.
Yeah.
Yes? Instead of we are export that, we are buy that. We are buy them big thing that we them have, and we can't get the Jamaican one them. Yeah? We still have to buy some other one. And then Jamaica import these kind of little things with them sunlight and the water, but we have the river them. That is joke. So the ICI, them mash up the country more and more. Our people them not have no job. China now we're on the cashier. I disrespect for people them. Hey, go over there, sir. Go a la court, you know. I tell judge say, hey, judge say, listen now, your back she. The other day, number one. If you see the Chinese, you know, beat a woman, you know. Beat a woman who work there, you know. And they must say, hey, you have to give the woman X amount. She not even speak the proper language. I said, no, 5 grand me I give her, you know. And judge said, you can't tell me the judge I tell her how much you give her in China, this the judge. Jamaica, you think you could have the anywhere else around put judge like that? The Jamaican them couldn't around put no judge like this. You couldn't put your hand on nobody neither. See? But when you have what this criminal government, that is how you get. Criminal government. Me did I run wholesale, you know. I remember going and look at things about running wholesale. It's different from a corner shop. It's when you have a wholesale, they go a grace. Any one of them where you go, them I tell you, them ask you, because they may send and they may give credit. You know, have to spend the money here. So if you have a supermarket, that question Chinese them have, them come look on it themselves and them come pack it themselves. You pay them every month. Every when you pay them. If this done, you call them back and them come stack. Everybody come give up on consignment. Something spoil, them come take it up, them pack the shelf themselves. Tell me, I tell you this. So Chinese get all these benefits. But the Jamaican little man, we have him little corner shop, him not get it on the liquor stall. It's bad. We now build up in the money I leave the country, you know. That's how we get so poor. We get poor bad. You understand? And then our people will talk to our people them too. When you see we brother have a liquor shop and them have a liquor restaurant, stop going to Chinese place, boy, you buy them food, you know, them cook them food, you know. You better have a liquor shop and you leave it and say you get something cheaper. And you go in a Chinese and promote and support them. But if you drop down now, and you see them like a kind of shop, man, I give you something to eat. Think what you do. The people them support themselves in your own country. But you are support everything else, but not your brother. It's wrong too. So I have to talk to them too, you know, Byra.
Yeah.
You understand? If you keep a dance, you play anything at all, you can't go to Chinese and say nothing, you know. Them not come here thing and support you, you know. But you support them every day. You know, see where we want down fall together.
Exactly.
Oh, I get fake goods. The police, them in Jamaica, lock up a man who build shoes, resemble clocks, and just put the word on it clocks and you lock him up and send him to prison. But China, one shop, 300 million worth of fake goods and I know them to lock them up.
Yeah, them still a pattern.
Them have fake goods are coming, them have Mali are coming, them have do all kind of things. You remember the kids them up, there's a drop down at Mali, you know. Them bringing all the sweet them in a better. Them bringing Dylan off now too, you know. Jamaica turn, it's a joke. See? And nobody do nothing to them, but make it a Jamaican, you get gunshot. You're a criminal. Tell me if a man sell you fake shoes and fake clothes and fake everything. The criminality that better.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. But you know, I mash up the world father alone some agreed, you know, because see America, what America do, you know, them use China for make cheap labor. So if I have a phone over China, them buy it for $1 and then sell it at the phone store for over here for $100 or $1,000. Cheap labor and child labor, greed. So that kind of that's why they depend on China for cheap labor, and that mash up the whole thing.
And China copy them now. Because remember we have things and they move it. Yeah?
Right.
Because we America should have done them thing. And then we never want them to do it again. And we in a diaspora have to set up a thing. But the government for them, remember give the government something now. If the government look if we are sending over $4 billion every year, just give them free money. 3.8 billion. See, every year, you know. Plus other things that we're sending to Ed Valley, right? In the diaspora. So why the government look at the diaspora and say, right, now build a hotel and raise the capital? Because me have a partner, the hotel, me put a money in a brother. You don't put a money. Because it's legit, you know. So if we did own the hotel and you are flying, you know, so the hotel list can you get a little capital and fight same way, you know. You have shares in the hotel, brother. Enough people in the diaspora that put up the money for this. You never have to go Middle East or go nowhere and them things. Because when you do that and then build the hotel, we people them the benefit. If we did build it and the money stay at Jamaica when you buy the ticket. For fly in you're going to the hotel, you book it per line and the money stay there to build up Jamaica. You understand? So when you forget your little dividends, so you get it.
Right.
But you know, so the people them own it. Why they not do that? Eh? Why the government will come up with something like that? We can't live so every day, brother. Singapore pass, where everybody pass. Yes, about where a place I go. It not develop. And too much criminal government like Andrew only scars this.
Yeah.
And then you have people like Big Mama now come and spread propagandas and rumors. Them is nastiness.
Wayne.
Yes, brother.
I'm sending you a thing by your phone. I'm sending Pastor Ricky. I'm sending Melting Pot. I don't know if you could have put it up for me because I just want to shape the people's consciousness in terms of the information as it relates to black babies were shown to alligators You understand? And that is one of the reasons why I am telling you as it relates to the two evil that exists amongst us.
But you see, all right, so this is a show you, but in a them slavery time, I still go out to read. It's a 19th century.
You see what I say?
18 something, you know.
Exactly.
18
And
but it used to happen. What them do, and I like it not happening, you know. But
yeah.
In a them time, I remember say you'd have all a war, the war where Islam fight there, Abraham Lincoln dead and them thing there. Why man have a free up black and them thing there. But you see, when you have some people that they have slave and never want to give them up, them do a lot of things to slave, you know. Them tie them up, them beat them do even remember we have Jim Crow.
Yeah.
So you know when you step up with the David, because this is the 19th century, so you go back in the 18th. So them do them feed them to everything. So it's not no joke. You understand?
Yeah, it's no joke, brother. Someone, because one of the people them feed us know say, you understand, there is no love for us, you know, in terms of IMF, in terms of BRI, you understand? It's just that when we are dealing with them, as what Latland said, we have to deal with them with a sort of integrity and professionalism. And corruption must not be, you understand, in our stable in terms of dealing with them. Because they like when you are corrupted, you know. Because when you are corrupted, you have difficulty in paying back the loans. And so then now they can apply austerity measures, or China now can say, well, all right, give me this and give me that. None of them is good, you understand, for us. So we need to make sure we stay away.
But we forget you that dirty corrupted government, Andrew Holness to go over better.
That's why we are talking about the corruption that Andrew Holness should not be on the ballot. And it is not joking away.
A joke,
the PSOJ.
Yeah.
The PSOJ. Okay, see there, people. Black babies were used as alligator bait, right, in the American South. Yo, listen to me.
All right, so this night, all right, see it out? Yeah, bait popularized in the 19th century. This is 18 something, in an 18 something newspaper this coming up.
Yeah, read the yellow portion. May I read the yellow portion? Yeah, there it is. Yeah.
May I read that? See that?
Alligator hunting was very profitable in the 1800 and 1900, right? The skins were used to make shoes, bags, belts, and other items. However, white hunters often lost their arms and sometimes their lives as they rustled the swampy waters at night, attempting to attract alligators to the surface. So they decided to use slave babies as bait. This horrendous act was later characterized in sheet music, postcards, and figurines. Years later, a candy manufacturer of black liquor drops featured a hungry. No, you go too fast here. Right? So I am showing it for Jamaica to be conscious of this, the world to be conscious of this. Right?
Yes, it is.
To say that when we are dealing with IMF, you understand, and Donald Trump policies are China, BRI, and so forth and so forth. We have no love getting, you understand, as it relates to, okay, IMF deal with us, because honestly, you know what? IMF really want to develop the black nations and make the black nations become independent of us. No! The European strategy and the American strategy is to always hold down Africa, you understand, and suppress
Africa. We are fight for
the Caribbean and developing countries, you understand, because they believe that their suppressing us is their survival, and we want the Jamaican people and black people in generally to get this. Don't believe they have no love for us. They have no love for us. Right? And so then when we are dealing with them because of the things that we own, our rare earth materials, that is why they have to deal with us. And our geographical location where we fit, you understand, on the global map. You understand? A transnational point that they have to deal with us. Right? So we, right, have what it takes in terms of going to the bargaining table. But when you have a corrupted government, this is our problem. The Jamaica Labour Party for years and the history, and that's why I am telling the people that the Jamaica Labour Party under capitalism will ever hold us back for these people to take advantage of us. And that is one of the reasons why the Jamaica Labour Party attacked our education system from 1954 until now, as it relates to Roy Reid, as it relates to Andrew Holness. Capitalism, crony capitalism is not good for us. And that is why they destroy democratic socialism. I just hope that people are learning these things. Right? And that is why we present these history. And for Jamaica Labour Party operatives who are running up in my chat telling me not to go back into history. You understand? We know your motive, you know. Yeah, you know what Mystic Sensation to dig up the history and show the history of the corruption and the wickedness. And that's why I tell him or her that if you subscribe to my channel, please, Mystic Sensation, I beg you, unsubscribe and stay away from the channel.
Baran.
Move on.
No, the JLP have a dirty problem, you know. Now, when people come out that we in a diaspora, we talk, you know, them send out some little sperm wheel and thing and say, you have talk negative against the country. But these are the same people, no care if you talk at Jamaica or foreign because it's in the internet, it's gone over the place. These are the same people that try to play Michael Mandy wrong and I talk negative about a prime minister, you know. And then talk about PJ Patterson and talk about 18 and a half years and do everything and talk about Mark Bowling and I talk about rape him wife.
Yeah.
When she a little pitney and him a big man, him a nearly 30 when 30 and when she a 13. Them spread propagandas and lie. So when you hold them now, remember you know it's negative and I lie them I say them I tell. Big mama them come out and then spread these kind of things too. Cause when I talk about dual citizenship and resign. These are negative things, you know. Right? But then they turn around now when you talk to Andrew Holness, they might tell you to keep Andrew Holness and Mark Golding. But we don't tell Andrew Holness I'm Mark Golding, I'm not to talk about Mark Golding. Same talk about Patty.
Certainly, my brother.
And talk about something when they're even relevant. You know. I lie, you know, but them not even relevant. The man is a crasses and I eat that. If you go away. You understand? Yeah, man. Yeah, you see me I say. And by the way, which is something I want to talk about, yeah? Jamaica Labour Party executed that scam farm work scheme in Southeast St. Mary. There's only a total of 40 farm work positions, but a lot of names are being collected, even though done. No, it's only 40 will get through. So them are collect it done and I read it. Look, I read it better than me. Look here. Everything we want to do, you know. We never stop them thing I do, you know.
Yeah, that's desperate in a way. Desperation of killing.
We see I walk up and down to, you know. When I look at the camera and I see people, remember that means you not take population like them is a bio lick set of people. Look here. So he might say my tour I go on bridge for what? Look on him. Look like jackass. What is?
Criminal that man.
Eh?
Criminal.
All water supply. All this. Where you remember him and the National Water Commission, where the president of the sky, what it mean to the people then?
PR.
Just go, man.
And if them did
PR.
them wouldn't do it if them did confident or was ahead in the poll. Them wouldn't do all of that.
But we don't know you're going number one.
Desperation, don't Ricky.
All right, brother, let me say something to you. If me now no water my house, yes, so, and the water commissioner come here, so when me get water, don't me have to pay for it. No my money have to spend.
Exactly.
Correction. So why me have a prime minister boss up? So that mean no country but now come talk to me like me I get water. Buy right. Me if you have water, I pay for it. Buy me exactly. Me don't need your cider, you have to cut no, you have to go away. Yeah, we know. I thought people vote you in for compose up and try to trick people. In a 2025, really? Let me tell you this. Me say the MP come and do the other day. Him not police, not with him. Them not work with police. I just see man a woman. And him give me something that I put it down and give me a little button thing and talk to me say, if you're a vote in an election, and I say, whoa, good thing. But him just come and just, yes. Not like them, you know, Andrew Holness them go and when you look at the bag of police, like 10 police, 10 station with him alone with around 20 cars. Meanwhile, some station do have 1 car. 1. But him have 20 around him. And this kind of supposed to sit up on the ballot. Let me show you something. Let me see this, you know. Let me see this too. Andrew, let me see this. See where me get them from earlier, but look at Andrew. Me see it too.
Yeah.
See that. Must not be on the ballot. See that? Yeah, see it, Andrew, me see it. Me have my copy, man. You think me not see it? Me see it. Me don't know if you have a copy when you never send it, come give me. You hide it, Andrew. Me know you have it, you know. You think we don't have it, brother? Eh? And then look on the three of them, now. Look here. Look on the three of them. Look here. That not rural. That not wild brown. See that? No wild brown that with the land. No rural weed that, rural greed. Andrew, the three of them have something to do with education, right? One was the minister, 2 of them was the minister of education, 2 was the other one, she play 2 way, you know. Eh? The 3 of them dangerous, you know. See the poster, you right? No one goes show the poster more. The poster, you right? Because the 3 of them are choppers.
Choppers.
Yes. The 3 of them have case front of court, though, don't it?
Yeah.
Outside, well on, man. Well on, them have
Hey,
this more, man.
Lonesome. What I name? Hot, cool, and the vicious.
Yeah, God, man, the trade people, remember what on, let me show the people them this. But the trade them have case of court, man. Well on, let me see it bigger. But me have to show this, man. Look here. Zero. Backside, let me never. Honest, me know you have it whenever someone come give me. See, look here. The trade them have case of court for real, you know.
Yeah. No joke.
Backside, then this relevant, then man, look here. So honest, me know whenever send a copy come give me before me get my own. You know, see this. 3 Jamaican big, what can I? Andrew must not be on the ballot. This good man. This go man. This we let go this now, man. The 3 of them have case a court here. 3 of them. Andrew Holness, the man the IC wrap up. There are 2. Oh, by the way, she had a $2 million bill. Oh, we don't hear no course. Oh, we don't hear no court with that.
Yeah. One to the case of Lonesome.
That mean Andrew destroyed. That mean have some corruption power with Andrew then.
And rural read too, you know. We don't hear nothing about rural read.
We don't hear nothing with him because they might try to throw it out.
You see the corruption people
send him in a prison. They might try to throw it. You know, so they must get what they want.
Exactly.
Them disrespect bad. That's why what they might try to do, you know, like a Patrick Bailey, they might fight as a rural. If we could have win, you know, so you're good, you know. You can't win. Can't win rural. You might forget prison.
Yeah.
You might forget prison. And if I wouldn't forget join it. It's a goddamn disgrace. Me see we have, boy, me I tell you, say, me right and knock me up in a car, me just come, mash up in the food. Pastor, we keep me know, you know, maybe not mash up in the night, but I'm going to mash up my dinner and we have 7 more minutes to beat the clock, you know. But yes.
I forgot to full up my belly in a minute. Come off on my TikTok live and run over here. So
boy, I tell you, say, me the pan it one and me have to run, go, load up, you know, yes. I want to feel it in a night, you know. Yes. See? Yeah, man. So when I tell them, oh, let me just push in a quick little thing there. before we leave here, so. The 80 thing when I tell you, say, them now go over there. Remember them run off them out?
Yeah.
You know, say about 80 now, brother. Them need more money. Him say them can't do nothing, you know, hear this. Hear this. Hear this.
Resources and organization is brought to the crisis in Haiti. In terms of what more could be done, I think we're at a phase in Haiti where there has to be a rapid expansion of the Haitian National Police, the HNP, in terms of the manpower and resources, because ultimately the HNP has to take on the gangs. The present holding situation that we have is not necessarily moving the situation forward as we would all like. So there would have to be a significant expansion in resources in support of the HNP to enable them to take on the gangs.
So now him again.
But hold on, we learn some. You see the ultimate wickedness as we are talking about the whole philosophy behind Europe. Because watch this now. The reality of this thing. It is the United States of America and France who the meddle with Haiti politics, you know. And let me tell you why. Now, remember that France suppressed Haiti, you know.
Yeah, man.
Right? In terms of making Haiti paying back millions of dollars to them, you know, as it relates to Haiti fight for its freedom, you know.
Yes.
Number one, people feel understand certain things, you know, the level of hate, you know, what them have against black people, you know. And now they are the same one that behind the curtains, they deal with the idiot, you know. They deal with the idiot what we have as prime minister, you know. You understand? Have him they send the own people to do what? To fight against our own black people, you know. We can't agree with that.
All them need to do, brother, I mean,
We can't agree with that because they continue to be meddling in Haiti politics. You understand? And suppress Haiti.
Byron, I work hard for the partner him.
You understand?
America leave it all now, go there, you know, because France should start them out, Haiti make them start out themselves. Because you know what, Haiti government too corrupted like Jamaica government right now, like Andrew Holness them.
Yeah.
Right? Exactly.
They're corrupted more too.
Because America all the time try to install a puppet government into Haiti.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right? And that is the reason what is causing the entire revolution. Now, when France was suppressing Haiti, America stand on the sideline and allow that to happen.
Yeah.
No, remember, you know, as it relates to Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton, you know, use Haiti vulnerabilities, you know, as a result of the earthquake that hit Haiti and Haiti was suffering. Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton do fundraising for Haiti and collect the money, you know, right? And guess what? Haiti only might be about less than 9% of the money that Hillary Clinton and Bill Clinton Foundation collected. People who go on Google and read it.
Yeah.
You understand me, I say? And you know who the Hillary Clinton and Bill Clinton Foundation give the money to American people? As it relates to Haiti vulnerabilities.
Yeah.
Hit with earthquake, several Haitians died. And Hillary Clinton and Bill Clinton use their foundation collecting money on their behalf and only give them less than 9%. People, let me tell you something. When we say we don't have, listen to me, when it comes to me, knowing my history, you understand, European, and I am talking about the history that happened to us, you know, and the viciousness, you know, that work itself through neo-colonialism and capital and crony capitalism, you know, where people need to understand, you know. That's why we can't support a capitalist government.
Yeah, Mama tell you. Yeah. I agree with you, Sir Byron and Father Lonesome. And then, you know, I'm jump in and melting pot can put ice in pot. But I'm telling you what happened to that prime minister. Yeah. He might be the first prime minister for go to prison. And there's no doubt about that. Him and America is not friends. So get that out of his head. Him think him is friends with America. But I'm going to tell him what happened to him. You see, Osama bin Laden, America friend him and use him to fight against the Russians them in Afghanistan. And guess what? After them don't need Osama bin Laden no more, them eliminate him and get rid of him. You see, Saddam Hussein, America use him to fight against Iran in the 80s.
Iran, yes, man, Iran too.
Right, Saddam Hussein, Iraq and Iran war, right?
Yes.
America takes side. The two of them are Shiite Muslim. But because America didn't like the Ayatollah, the Shah, they used Saddam Hussein for wage war against Iran. And when them done, and after a while, America turned them back on Saddam Hussein. And you see what happened to Saddam Hussein. They get rid of him. You see Ferdinand Marcos down in the Philippines. America used him, even though they did corrupt him and his wife. And when them done, use them, America lock up the two of them in a prison. You see Noriega down in Panama, same thing. America always use people and then walk away from them when them interest is no more. And those are just some of the cases. There's many more. But for the sake of time, you see that prime minister in Jamaica who thinks that him and America are friends. If you know your history, you would be careful because you might feel you're an America friend. America has no friend. America have partners as it relates to their interests. And when their interests and goals and objective is met, and the amount of dirt and criminality with them have on you, you bound for go prison. Remember that.
Well said.
In bound for go prison. There's the premier from the Philippines. I'm not the Philippines, from the British Virgin Island. Him named Marcus Foyer or something like that. He might do 11 father alone some do a series on it. He might do 11 and a half years right now in a federal prison.
Yeah.
In America, in Florida. So you have all of that baggage of scandal and money laundering and embezzlement and tax evasion and US currency. I got through 3 different bank accounts, total to 473 million that hit the US system. Them have the carrot over your head, and it's just a matter of time when America interest is met with you. They move you out of the way and embrace another leader in Jamaica. Summer, them use Siaga. Last point, Sir Byron showed it one night, a Tuesday night gone. Them use Siaga. And up until after them, in the 80s, when they realized that Siaga don't have no more value to them turn them back on Siaga and walk up from him. That's in the history books. So if this prime minister feel like him and America are friends, big news are come for him. Over to you, Melton.
Them call Siaga, remember Pastor Ricky, them call Siaga thrifty-eyed criminal.
Right.
Yeah, Melton, go ahead.
Well, the only saving grace where Jamaica can look forward to, it's just that the People's National Party will be the new government come September and beyond.
Exactly.
Into, the future. Because I don't see the Jamaica Labour Party coming back in the foreseeable future. So it will be a long time the People's National Party will have Jamaica in the palm of their hand, running it on a day-to-day basis. And so I am just hoping that these little bow down policy that we see, when Mark Golding come in, he will put some clarity to them bogus policy here. Because enough of them want to revoke. Yeah, the China scheme of work in our country want to revoke. The Cuban doctor system that I have to look at, one way or the other, either we get our own doctors' numbers them back up, which I don't think that we're happening in the near future. So we're going to have to go back to the Cuban doctors. And, this is one of the reasons why I think Jamaica now have to start learn to creep again before we start walk and run. So we have to start slowly build back our economy in terms of infrastructure. where work is concerned in the manufacturing sector and the agriculture sector. That have to build back. We have to start empower Jamaicans. Can't see why Chinese can't go run with wholesale and with restaurant, them and them place down supermarket. One with them brain or them idea better than Jamaicans. We have to take back them small micro business there, you know, because them are micro business, yeah.
Remember that.
And now, and where the macro business is concerned, we have to start look for Jamaican to invest in that. As I say, we have to learn to nationalize the place. Foreigners will not help us. Foreigners come to help themselves.
Definitely.
No country will lend you money and don't look for a return on it. And me I talk about big return too. Whereas if them know so well, then you know you're in a hole where you can sustain growth over a long period of time and your manufacturing sector crippled because of high energy bill and all these things. So we have to start look on some critical areas that relate to our, you know, energy sector. Yeah, put in some wind turbine, some solar system.
Now you
Do
start
some dam
talking
up,
melting pot.
dam up some water, and you know, go back to them farm at the man. Start creep before we walk, before we even start things for run. We have to go back to the basic because remember Jamaica cripple, you know.
So true. So true.
Jamaica need Professor John Golden to get it going back again. Because Jamaica is a crippled country with a crippled economy. And that's down to corruption. So we have to find the solution. And the solution is to get everybody to start work again. Yeah? Get the farmers them, roll out a program for the farmers them. Put back EMC on the map where farmers can bring them produce. We have to start export again. We cannot import all that thing like banana. I mean, look how much banana they have till we have all pour him off a banana with Claude Mackay. Eh? But banana gone well left Jamaica. Eh? Them things they don't look good for Jamaica, you know, going forward.
Sure, my brother.
And I mean, you know, Jamaica politics is of such that one of the most rigid politics in the world. Because remember when politics time come at Jamaica, people are lose them life, you know. So this is why who risk them life when politics time come around, but now get no reward for the effort for vote. So we know Mark Golden and him, you know, trusted allies as it relates to him candidate them where him have around him. Them are going to do well because Mark Golden have the right vision. The budget speech tell you.
Exactly.
I mean, we see some solid men and women around him, you know. I mean, know them are going to deliver. And them go and deliver for everybody right across the board. No one side of fear because Jamaica can't build on one side. Jamaica have to build right out. You have to build out the entire length and breadth of Jamaica. You can't just concentrate in some little stronghold division like what the Labour them do. That's how the Labour Party practice, you know. Stronghold. Yeah, and some part of the country weak. No, we want the whole of Jamaica to have strength right across the board. Everybody have benefit. And there are some critical areas we have to go look at too. As it relates to school leavers, you know. Who don't have academic have to go learn skill, you know. And we want them utilize up a upper camp. We want the incoming government make it mandatory that the youths them will leave school without academic for higher learning institution. Them have to find somewhere to go. It can't be that them go all the street corner. We have to make it mandatory. So you have a system set up when them come up to them final year in a school. You make sure you have all contacts detail on them. You know who pass and move on to higher learning institution and you know who fail. You see the one them fail, right them and tell them come in for some program at upper camp. We have to call me your government and say we not no skill people, you know. And that is a dilapidated word to come out of my mouth. But at the same time, even though I know we not no skilled people, if not have no policy in place to start train up people to make them become equipped to do the work them as it relates to skill job.
Yeah.
So when the PMP them come in, this is one of the program we want to roll out for the youth. We have to look on something when it come on to prison. The man them are in the have something to do. Because that will be a part of them rehabilitation, some skill. And you see, when them come out, them criminal record for expunge immediately, and you give them credited certificates. So when them come, them can go get a job without any problem. So them don't sit down and idle and become reoffenders. Yeah. So we have some little things where, you know, ideas where we want to put forward to the People's National Party. And these two ideas, I think they will go a far way in developing Jamaican youths. Because it's no good reason for we sit and say the youth them, you know, now fall in a line when we don't put something in place for them to fall in a line. Every youth, when you leave school and you don't leave with academic, you're supposed to find an institution, a workshop where you go learn your skill. You develop that because you know no academics. And you have to play a role in our society. We don't want no idle hands. We don't want no idle mind people in Jamaica. Time for Jamaica become a strength, a source, and a beacon of light to shine. Jamaica have a proud reputation worldwide now. Because it used to back in the days. Yeah. Jamaica for be a place where tourists want to come like how you see them want to go to Dubai and certain places. We have to bring back the ambience there in our culture. We have to make the extended world outside of Jamaica feel the passion for want to come to Jamaica again. We have to revitalize our music and our culture sector. We can't make it be like so well that we want to just take away the culture from the youth them because we don't like how them get rich. We don't want a bad mind government like Andrew Holness. We give Chinese much 100-acre land to build them community. But the people them are born in a Jamaica where them parents and them foreparents work and develop Jamaica, them depend on a piece of land, whatever the circumstances, them build very good houses. But those houses were demolished. And when you look at investment that was destroyed. No, that can't be right going forward. And I think Andrew Holness still have to face a charge for that demolition that morning. Because there's no two way. We know it's him orchestrate that because he had a press conference, you know, where he briefed the entire nation on that. But that wasn't credible, but him saying did have reliable sources based on him surveillance. So I think this is one case where Andrew Holness have to answer to. I don't think Andrew Holness will answer to SSL and some other crime when commit. That demolition over Clifton, Andrew Holness need to go to court for that and be charged. And the government need to pay back those people their money where them invest. And we want to hear what happening to Ward Brown. We want to hear what happening to Grill Reed. You understand? Some people in our society, you know, where we not hear nothing about, you know, but are some dangerous outright criminal them. Because I don't know if Ward Brown give back the people and the money for the sale of the land, and she couldn't just give me back my money for sale of the land, she'd have to pay me back for my blocks, them and cement and sand and steel. And the money when we pay the man them for work. So that wasn't just about demolishing the people, but a whole heap of money the man them destroy right there. So set back some hard work in Jamaica and do make sacrifice to have a life, to put a roof over them head. But this was the same prime minister where I hear him say him not bad mind nobody for them house or them castle, something like that. Then how you do Andrew Holness? Andrew Holness, you need to go to court for this demolition over Clifton. And that's my closing piece of saga for tonight, you know? Yeah, just hope so well then everybody just gravitate and just know so well then. You know, start campaign for the man for go to prison for over Clifton, man. Raise up that again, man. You not forget to have fight scot-free. And people, but I don't know when I hear nothing from one over Clifton for here for not get any reimbursement. If we have such information, contact Mr. Lonesome or Mr. Byron, man. Mystic Sensation. We want to know we're going over this way, you know, because that never look right. You can't just destroy people things about we know the source. The source would have to pay them back or the government reimburse them. Because that was a hasty demolition carried out that morning. No fact checks was done on the ground to find out the intricacy of how the people them come by the land, who them pay. If Andrew did go in and read the people, them would have get information, but bully the people them and mash down them thing. So Andrew, that one of the fire watch too, you know, and Uncle SSL you have, you know. And Uncle them swift system where you touch the whole heap of corruption, money laundering thing, you know, where you watch, you know. Clifton the fire watch. And some state killing the fire. Boy, we know you get out of them problems. Yeah. So right now, me I yield back the floor, you know.
I say,
Well said.
yeah, you know, I say, I forgot when I make sure, you know, come have a little nigga right to see people, nobody watch nothing. It'll be the only, you know, say, you know, I don't go eat them, brother, them man, go eat.
I swear it go, man, when you eat late at night, nigga, right, just check you more than if you did early, you know. You're a fall for on a TikTok.
You know, I'm going to take a beat, you know, my brothers.
Blessings.
Yeah, you know.
That's it, man. Big up, my brothers. Yeah, man.
The word is love, yeah. Learn Andrew,
Definitely. The word is love.
Blessings, man.
love to the people of Jamaica. And you for go away. Yeah, and tough time. Titans, not who about it. 1 a.m.
Start packing because you are going.